to Endangered Mammals podcast, official episode 1. Let me get my glasses so I look official. What do you know? What do you know? What do you say? What do you know? Mr. Pun, how are you today?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. I can't complain. Welcome everybody to the official. We are officially out of beta now.
Okay.
Our official launching of the To Endangered Mammals podcast. I am your gracious host, Mr. Tiger Adonaldo, and with me as always is the number one co-host in the game, Mr. Pun Fu Panda. Mr. Pun, again, you are doing well, yes?
I am. Still well. Yeah.
Good. You may see that behind him, we got a little, it's a little different behind him today.
Yeah.
There is a giant beanbag chair behind him.
There is.
Pun tends to frequent that pretty often.
Yes.
So I'll explain to you why that's back there in a little bit. We got an interesting show today. Man. I got some interesting topics for us.
Okay.
Got some dating stories. You know, I'm gonna bring the ticker up. I got some dating stories.
All right.
I got social media worth.
Okay.
We talk about, basically, is it worth a damn thing if you're super popular on social media? We got an update on the YouTube interview idea that I had.
Oh, okay.
And also some updates coming to the studio.
Oh,
yeah. So
very nice.
Some updates coming to our in-house studio set here. But first, what I would like to do is tell everybody how they can reach out to you, Mr. Pun Fu. If you want to get connected to Mr. Pun Fu, how do they do that, sir?
On Instagram at Pun Fu Panda, and on Facebook at Pun Capasso.
Wait a minute. Why didn't I hide my ticker? See, I thought I was professional. Let's do that again. How do they reach you?
On Instagram at Pun Fu Panda, and on Facebook, Pun Capasso.
Beautiful. And if you would like to get in touch with me, you can reach me at Tiger39. That's THAIGER 39. And you can reach me at Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, singles only.
MySpace.
Grubhub.
Tinder.
Uber Eats, Tinder.
Plenty of Fish.
You know what? Plenty of Fish is going downhill, man.
I heard.
A lot of weird stuff going on
Hey,
Plenty of Fish,
what?
man. You know what? We'll talk about that too. That counts as social media, right?
Yeah.
I would think dating apps count as social media,
that's,
right?
If anything, social media.
Yeah.
I feel that was like
if there ever was a social media, dating apps would have to be 100%.
Yeah. I mean, you're looking for someone to be social with, are you not?
You definitely
on a
are.
different
Well,
level,
I mean,
obviously.
Yeah,
but
depending on which one you're on.
True. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Depending on which one you're on, you might be looking for somebody to be social with. You might be looking for somebody to be social with for that evening.
True.
Depending.
Yeah.
I have some tales.
Oh, did you record for SoundCloud?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, I hit the record button. One of the first things I did was hit the record button. I remembered this time.
Okay.
Those of you who've probably been with us for a while, all 10 of y'all, or 9, 10, whatever, you probably noticed that I usually hit the audio record button like 20, 30 minutes in.
Surprise.
Yeah.
If you were listening if you were trying to listen on SoundCloud.
Not happening.
Not
but
happening.
It will now.
Yeah.
Now we will finally
we're good.
be on SoundCloud, and it will be the entirety of the show.
All the shenanigans.
All the shenanigans will be uploaded. What I might do with the other ones that I started recording late is I might do like a best of kind of thing.
That'll work.
And just edit
cool.
it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we've said some funny stuff.
We have.
Some funny things have happened on
Yes.
this show. We can call it a show now.
We can.
Imagine that. We have a show.
Who'd have thought?
Right? Not in a million years would we have thought we would have had a show. We were some knuckleheads.
I mean, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, with all the equipment you've gathered over the years,
yeah, it makes sense.
I sensed it coming.
Or if it didn't, I fucked up somewhere.
Yeah. But I feel I don't know. I feel if not now, when?
Then when? Yeah.
I feel
that.
I feel 2020, the way it's gone, has been as bad and as messed up as it's been.
Right.
It's also for the people who knew, I shouldn't say like know. Oh, maybe for the people who know how to divert their energy to other things and to work outside the norm.
Yeah,
I feel 2020 is your year.
100%. You know what? I agree. I agree with that. And I feel like the people that are getting left behind are the ones that kind of didn't know how to make that shift
to no fault of their own.
Yeah. Nobody plans for a freaking pandemic. Like,
for sure.
I mean, honestly, it threw me for a loop at first.
It did, yeah.
You know, I was living my life DJing, everything was great,
yeah.
and then all of a sudden, boom, nothing.
Yeah.
And no outlet, no anything.
Yeah.
So I had to do some let's just say I had to do some quick adjustments.
Yes.
Quick math. But yeah, like who would have thought that we would have started doing a freaking show, man?
I mean, you've talked about it.
I've been talking about it for a while.
You have.
I've been tossing around the idea. So originally, a while back, like almost a year ago, honestly, actually before last summer, I had the idea to start doing some sit down interviews with, like cam girls and, you know, premium Snapchat people, but not like in the sense of, you know, have them dress up, you know what I mean? But like an actual, like sit
like
down
an
and
actual interview.
Basically exactly what we do is what I was going to do with them to kind of, I don't want to say humanize, but to kind of help people realize, listen, dude, it's just a job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like these aren't, just because they work in a certain industry doesn't mean that they just walk around like that all the time.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Like they don't have normal lives or something.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean, it's just a job. And like, I hate to use the term humanize, but for some people, you know, kind of humanize the profession a little bit. And then that's actually when I started like collecting. I always had gear.
But that's when
I started.
What do you mean started collecting? You had it when I met you, and that was
a long time ago.
17, 18 years ago.
Give or take. Close to it, at
like
least.
2002, 2003.
Yeah. Wow. Damn, that's a long time ago.
It's 2020.
Wow. That's like like 17,
18, almost 18 years,
So yeah,
about as long as I've been at UPS.
You've been at UPS a long fucking time, dude.
I have. Almost half my life.
Wow. They got you. They just got you.
You know what?
I mean, it's a good place to
Can't complain about it.
I'm gonna say it's a good place to work.
Yeah.
When you work.
No, I do work.
I mean, it's
just like
it's work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like you go in there and you're just hanging out.
Yeah,
like
if you don't
actual work.
If you don't like physical labor or
then that's not
the
move for you.
Not the move. Nope. If you don't like just jumped into a pool, but you were actually working for like 5-6 hours,
then it's definitely
not
the move
for you. I mean, there's sometimes I'll come home and it's literally like somebody just threw me into a pool with my clothes on.
Oof. Yeah. Speaking of pools.
Yeah.
Thinking about buying an inflatable one.
I mean, hey, those are the jam right now.
I know, right?
My next door neighbor has one in their driveway.
Really?
Yeah.
I kind of want to get an inflatable hot tub. Have we talked about that on the show before?
What? Inflatable
yeah,
hot
you
tubs?
you can get an inflatable hot tub. It's like a few $100, maybe like $300-$400. But yeah, you can get an inflatable hot tub. And every time I look at them on Amazon, I want to buy one. Like I have to like stop.
Kind of how like you've accumulated all this
stuff. Saw it on Amazon. Was like, you know what?
I think I need that.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I need that.
You knew what you were gonna do with it.
Oh, I was gonna do something.
Yeah.
I didn't know what. I just knew I was gonna do something. Another thing we're gonna talk about today is we're gonna take questions from the chat.
Well, that should be fun.
I mean, it should be at least interesting. So for everybody that's in the chat right now, if you have anything you want us to talk about, have any questions or anything like that, any advice you would like for us to give to you, any life advice,
oh boy,
anything at all except for politics, nothing political,
unless it's a joke.
Yeah, unless it's a joke,
then those are welcome.
Jokes are always welcome.
Tastefully
I was about to say
tastefully done.
I was about to say, yeah, it's got to be at least tasteful.
Yeah.
When it comes to political jokes. But yeah, anything that y'all want us to talk about, just, let us know down in the chat, which is down there. I'm assuming how you're watching, unless it's over there.
Oh yeah,
It might be over there, depending on what platform you're watching on. If you're on YouTube, I think it's over there, or it might be over there. Did we already got some people in the chat yet?
We got some. Yeah, we got
anybody?
Belsky, of course.
Oh, of course.
Always,
You know what? I feel like
and Goose. They're usually two of the first people.
I feel like
here.
Belsky and Goose are like our. And don't take offense to this, guys. Are like our number 1 and 2 fans.
Yeah,
and I love them for it.
Yeah. Emily's here.
I love them for it. Emily's here.
JT,
of course.
Yeah. And then,
7.5.
Patrice Gant.
That's my sister.
Oh, hey,
She's here. Yeah, my sister's here. My family, bro. I have like such a supportive family.
That's why she said, "Hey, brother."
It all makes sense now.
It all makes sense now. I've only met the one, so.
Yeah, Liz. You only met Liz.
Yeah,
You haven't met Ashley either.
Yeah, no.
We
Liz,
gotta get,
Liz was the only one
man?
I met, and that's when she yoked Raph up while we were driving.
Man, that was a hell of a day too. We got to get you by the house so that you can eat some food and meet the rest of the clan over there, so that you can meet everyone. I got to get you out to DC too, so that you can meet that side, like Patrice and Sonia. You got to meet them, man. They
I'm down to go to DC.
Hilarious. They're hilarious, bro.
Can we go to the Smithsonian?
Yeah.
Sweet.
I mean, we'd have to go for a few days. No, Smithsonian isn't something that you can just see in a day.
I get 5 weeks of vacation, dude.
You want to know something crazy? 5 weeks, Jesus Christ!
And in a couple more years, I'll get my extra one, so I'll have 6. So.
Oh my God, you'll be vacationing more than you're working.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh man, you know what's funny about the Smithsonian is, I lived in DC for a hell of a long time, and never went to the Smithsonian until like one day randomly.
She said she's the best sister.
Oh, she's.
Yeah, I feel. Each podcast, one of your sisters says they're the best one.
Yeah. Every week. It changes every week. You notice I never make a comment.
No, which is probably smart on your part.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I ain't doing that.
Nope.
Nope. Like, okay, whoever's here.
Yeah, whoever's in here.
Whoever's in here right now. So yeah, I lived in DC for a long ass time, man, and I didn't go to the Smithsonian once until like maybe a few years before I moved here.
Okay.
Me and my roommate at the time, we were bored.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, what is there to do? And so somebody, I think maybe either his girl was over or somebody was at the house and was like, why don't y'all go to the Smithsonian? Yeah. And we looked at each other and was like, how the fuck have we? He was from New Jersey. Yeah. Okay. So we're like, how the hell have we never done it? You know what I mean?
Like, I feel like it's one of those things, like the opposite of out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
Like probably for people who live in DC, it's one of those things where like, oh, it's here. I could go to it any time.
Yeah.
And it's free, right?
At that time, yes.
And it's free, correct?
Yeah, absolutely free, yeah.
So it could be one of those things where it's like, oh, yeah, I'll get to it.
You can do it whenever.
Yeah, but then it's like, 5 years later, it's like, holy shit,
we should probably do that.
Never been there. Because the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is literally 10 minutes from our houses. And I think I've been there, I've lived in Cleveland my whole life. And I think I've been there 5 times.
I've been there a handful of times. Most of the times that I've been there, I
inside
was,
actually.
Working.
I mean, I'll go to Voinovich Park, but to actually go inside the museum, I've probably only been there a handful of times. And the majority of those times was for an event. You know what I mean? So it wasn't even
so like a hot handful of times.
Yeah, it wasn't even I'm bored. I'm going to go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. No, it was I have to go to this thing at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Okay, so
the times that I've been there, I worked. I knew someone. Well, the lady at the time that was in charge of their hip hop outreach program. They would do a thing where I don't know why I got the camera on you while I'm talking. It's all right. People like looking at you, man. It's okay. Yeah, It's all right. It's all right. You're a handsome devil, man. People like looking at you. So
at least someone thinks so.
I was part of that, so I danced. So maybe once or twice a week in the morning we would go there. We'd go straight upstairs to one of the rooms where they have a stage and stuff like that, and we would talk about hip hop, DJing, MCing, graffiti, and dancing. I was obviously covered the dancing part, but I've never been there just to go in there and
Okay.
like look around.
Yeah.
Never once. I kind of want to.
It's pretty cool, and they've actually like added a lot of stuff too. So
well, didn't they? So I heard that they kind of sued the guy that that designed it. Because it's the same dude that designed the Lou,
okay,
which is a pyramid.
Yeah.
And then he designed the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which is a pyramid.
Yeah.
And then he designed somewhere else, which is another pyramid.
Okay.
So this is, and I mean, I could be way off here, but I think I remember reading about this.
It sounds like something that would happen.
Yeah, like all the places were like, dude, you're just reusing the same design.
Yeah.
Like it's literally all exactly the same. All these museums
look at they're
the same. So
Yeah.
they're like, you didn't give us nothing special and we paid you a ton of money.
Yeah, right.
Like, dude, you designed the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That's a lot of money. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I heard that he got like taken to task for that. They were like, yo, fam, you gotta you gotta come up off some of that loot. Oh, Herb is in the chat. He said, yeah, we got paid. Yeah, that's what we were doing there. We would go there in the morning, we dance and then get paid. Herb, remember when we went to my freaking phone is ringing, being all loud. Herb, remember when we went to Wapakoneta?
Oh,
So yeah, so she took us to that lady who I won't mention her name because I don't want to put her on blast like that, but took us to Wapakoneta. So we did a event at, I think it was like Wapakoneta Middle School or something like that, or Wapakoneta High School. It was out there. It was out. Remember the story about Lebanon? How like there was one other black in Wapakoneta, there was none at all. I didn't even see any Native Americans, and the place is fucking named Wapakoneta.
I mean, you would think, yeah,
you would think there'd be at least a handful. None. There was, bro. The darkest thing in Wapakoneta was the tires. Like that's it. Like that was. Oh man, that was hilarious. But yeah, we got paid. But yeah, I had never been to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame just to go and like look around or anything like that. Same thing with the Smithsonian. I had never went and just looked around and saw what was there until that one day, and we were like, yeah, let's go check it out. And then when we went down there, we were like, holy crap, dude, we've been missing out.
Right?
Like what the hell have we been doing?
I'm not even gonna lie, like my I don't know what you would call them, like my guilty pleasure movies.
Right.
Is I'm 37 years old, well, about to be 37 years old, but they're the Night at the Museum movies.
Yo,
With Ben Stiller.
You know what? I like the first one. The second one got a little Hollywoody.
It did.
To me,
No, well,
but
yeah,
the first
they did.
I thought the first one was great. I love the first one.
The second one
I
was
like the first one. Was there a third?
I think there's 3 now. Yeah.
Was the third like straight to video or?
Which one was the second one when they went to the Smithsonian?
They might have. The first one,
Because there's one. It's called Battle of the Smithsonian.
that might be the second or third. It might be. You know what? I'll look it up. Got a whole ass computer.
I mean, they're all. I mean, to me, they're all. I don't know. Like, I know they're not the best movies, but
Yeah, there's 3 of them. Let's see. Night at the Museum 3 is called Night at the Museum. Wait, Night at the Museum. Secret of the Tomb is the third one. So Battle for the Smithsonian has to be the second one. Yeah. Wow.
Because if not, then there's 4.
Right. Then there's 4 of them. Yeah. Herb said, I never heard of that city a day in my life. Dude, we were in Wapakoneta. Like, you were with me. We rode in a white van. Like, I remember this. Cam's in the chat, too.
Yeah, he says,
I just figured out I can get the chat full screen over here.
Oh, shit.
Look at that. I'm doing things, man. I'm doing things.
I mean, you are the captain.
I try. Speaking of, we got some updates coming to the studio. So I'm building 2 tables. And by I'm building, I mean Greg is building. Gregory is building 2 tables, and then we're going to. So I'm gonna have a table that's lower that I can actually like lean on, very Joe Rogan-esque. I can like lean on it, and you won't just be seeing me from like boob up. And then there'll be a desk for you to be at. I plan on having a laptop on that side for you, for if you want to look some things up, some stats and things like that for our sports show. So you and Cam will actually have a table to be seated at. Hopefully that will happen tomorrow. At the latest. I'll have to see. I know Greg is off Thursday. He's off today as well. So hopefully we'll be able to get it built today or tomorrow, which kind of goes into the update for the YouTube interviews that I put out there. For everyone that reached out, man, I got like 100 and something people.
That's crazy.
I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that at all. I was expecting like maybe a couple, maybe 20.
Yeah.
They had like 100 and I think like 130 last time I counted. So I'm gonna have So I'm gonna have to start. What I'm gonna try to do is, since we stream Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, I'm gonna try to start doing interviews on like Wednesday, like maybe do 1 or 2. So I'll do like 2, right? Make it like an hour, maybe 2 hours. So if I do 1 or 2 Wednesday, and then do maybe 1 on Friday, 1 on like Saturday during the day. Obviously, once things go back to not being a 10 o'clock shutoff, and I don't have to go, and I don't have to go DJ at 6.
Yeah, right.
5 o'clock going to DJ. Once that happens, I'll have more time. But yeah, I'm going to try to do I want to do some on Mondays. I might try to pack 3 of them in there. I mean, that's only like 6 hours. I'm going to try to get a schedule together. I might have to hire an assistant. And by hire an assistant, find somebody that's willing to do it for free.
Yeah, right.
find somebody that's just down for the cause, that's willing to, come in and help out and schedule people. What I need is somebody to actually also talk to people, figure out their schedule, because I'm not going to be able to do that with 150 something people. I'm just not going to be able to do it. You know what I mean? Like, listen, I feel like I'm an amazing person and I can do a lot of things.
Yeah, but
it's like meatloaf. I can do anything.
Yeah,
but I can't do
can't
that.
make a meatloaf.
Can't do that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I don't have the. Wait, what do you say? Can the Sportcast this Sunday be 3 hours? Dude, we can go as long as you want.
We might have to start it like a little, because remember I told you we're doing that kayaking thing at Will's Bar.
Oh yeah. When are y'all doing that Sunday?
Yeah.
Like what time?
Well, we're getting there at 1.
So y'all getting there.
So
at
we'll
1.
probably take off from to go canoeing at like 1:30, because the time we get signed in, pay, and then it's like a good 10-minute trip to the starting point.
You got to sign in?
Well, not sign in, pay.
Yeah. Isn't the lake on the property of the?
But the starting point's not.
Oh, so it's
they drive you.
It's like further up.
Yeah, they drive you.
Okay.
So it's like about a 10-minute drive.
Okay.
And then it's only like an hour or so trip, canoeing.
Yeah.
But then it's also it's close to an hour away from my house too. So.
Yeah, so we might be. Wait, is Cam going to that too?
I mean, he said maybe, so I don't know if he's actually going or not.
I mean, it might not be the best idea. I mean, he did hurt his back.
Right?
Playing golf.
He did.
I don't know how.
Which,
I mean, listen,
surprisingly,
golf must be a tough.
After he
sport.
said that on Saturday morning, he was like Tiger Woods, and not like new Tiger Woods, good Tiger Woods.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
So after he hurt his back, he got better.
It was like hole 6 or 7, and we were sitting there, and Cam's like, oh, after the drop tee off.
Yeah.
He's like, oh man, yeah. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go, because I tweaked something in my back. We're like, all right, we'll just see how you do.
Oh, he tweaked something.
After that, this dude was Tiger Woods on the course. Everything was straight.
Maybe
he won.
Maybe
he was driving the ball
maybe
easy.
He didn't actually hurt his back. Maybe he just
maybe he
just pulled a okey doke on y'all. He might have decided to pull a fast one real quick. Was like, my back is bothering me, guys. I don't know if I'll be able to continue. Then next thing you know, he's just slapping everything in there.
Right. I mean, it was. I mean, we were joking about it all day.
He's a golf shark.
We're like, dude, this dude said his back. He hurt his back, and then he just went on to dominate everybody who was golfing.
He's a golf shark, man. He's a golf shark. Oh, my man Paul is in here. Paul brought me out to Tahoe, man. Remember when I went out to Tahoe to DJ? That was him that brought me out there. That's the homie, man. I want to get back out there, dude. Tahoe is gorgeous. The lake is like Lake Tahoe, bro. The lake is up a mountain.
Yeah. I mean, I've never been there, but I've seen pictures and stuff.
Yeah,
like
yeah. You like go up a mountain to the lake, and then like the like right there on the like the state line.
Mm-hmm.
The like there's obviously there probably is now, but there's like no last call. They just serve 24 hours.
I mean,
so the place that I was DJing at, right, at one point the owner comes up and he's like, yeah, you know, whenever you feel like doing last calls, that's fine. I'm like, well, what time is it? Oh, it's like 5. I'm like, oh shit. Oh shit, my yeah, whatever. And then when people leave there, they go to the diner next door and continue drinking. Like
a lot of drinking in Tahoe, huh?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Like normally you drink, you come down a little bit, and then you start. Nah, they drink and
continue to go up.
Yeah, they just keep going like that. And then this dude kept like tipping me with weed. But it's like recreationally legal there.
Oh yeah, there. Yeah.
So he's like tipping, he's like giving me weed, and I'm like, dude, what are you like?
Don't.
I'm like, that, but also I'm like, dude, like, yo, like, keep that down. And he's looking at me like, the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I'm like, yo, what are you?
Hey,
fam,
this is like currency out here.
Yeah, he's like, the fuck is wrong with you? Like, it's. I was like, oh, that's right. Yeah, it's legal.
It's legal.
Paul said he's moving to Vegas.
Oh shit.
Paul, when you do, can a brother get a gig out there? Can a brother come to Vegas and get his DJ on?
Cam said he has looked like an 85-year-old man the last 3 days though.
Oh, so he was good to go during
yeah,
but then as soon as it was over,
the aftermath.
You know what? It was the adrenaline. As soon as the adrenaline dumped,
it
was a wrap. I think Jessica's in here. Short Jessica.
Yeah. The best friend. Yeah, she's here. Yeah.
Oh my God, Jessica's hilarious. Jessica was
Congratulations, by the way, to her in Austin. They're expecting again.
Oh,
so,
really?
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations.
It's new. So yeah.
Like new.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, has she announced yet? Or
yeah, she
okay,
did,
I just want to make sure.
Which is why I did that. Yeah.
Making sure this wasn't just breaking news.
No, yeah, she announced. Yeah.
And for all the people watching on YouTube,
right.
don't worry about who Jessica is.
Yeah.
Like just we know her. We know her. It's a friend of ours. So.
She's my best friend. Like
I didn't know that. Yeah. I knew y'all were good friends. I didn't know that was your best friend.
Like with my guy friends, like I just like we're brothers. You know what I mean? Like
yeah. It's a whole different.
Like me and her,
thing.
like we're like. If I had to say like a best friend, like it'd be her. Yeah.
That's what's up. What's up. If I had to say a best friend, I would say Bishop.
I mean, that's your dude, though. You know what I mean? Like,
I would have to say my dog. Holy crap!
It is a guy's best friend, right?
Quick announcement: We just hit a record. We have 30 viewers right now.
Holy crap! Wow!
30?
30?
Yeah.
Holy
yeah. Shit. We're officially superstars now. You can't tell us anything.
I mean,
what was I talking about before we went off on the? My sister said it's me that my best friend is her. Since she's the one that's in here right now. Yes.
Yep. Yeah. That.
Also, John Doe was in the building, of course. Yeah, man. The Smithsonian. We were talking about the Smithsonian. The Smithsonian is a place that once we finally went there, we were like, "Holy crap, dude! Like this is amazing."
Yeah.
And we quickly realized that it's not something that you can just like. So when people from here, right? Mm-hmm. When I talk about going back to DC, I have friends that are like, "Yo, let's go to DC for the day, man. I want to see the Smithsonian." I'm like, "You're not going to see the Smithsonian in a day."
No.
Like it's a multiple day thing. Like you have to literally. Like, you could probably do. I don't even want to say in a weekend because the weekend is when everybody's off.
Yeah,
everybody's
so they all
there.
go. Yeah.
If you go during the week and you take maybe like you do like a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you could probably see the vast majority of it. Mm-hmm. Maybe even all of it if you're quick. But if you want to actually enjoy it,
and take it all in,
it's going to take some time, man. Because we went to the Natural History Museum, and that literally took us all day, and we went at like 8 in the morning. We got there at like 8 in the morning, and we were there all day. And when I say all day, until they closed, we were there. And I mean, I'm pretty sure we got at least most of it, if not all of that in particular wine.
Okay.
But I mean, you got to figure there's like a street of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
aren't some of the buildings aren't even like there?
Yes.
Like you'll have to.
Yeah. And some of the Smithsonian is in other states.
Oh.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
So my dad told me about that. He was like, yeah, some of it is like way in other places. You know what I got? You know what I got to stop doing? I got to stop touching the mic. I always like adjust it and move it. It's a bad habit. I got to stop doing it. I got to let it be where it's going to be at,
all right,
and just let it do what it's going to do. Make it do what it do, baby. Make it do what it do. But yes, the Smithsonian is really dope, and I couldn't believe that I didn't go for as long as I did. I feel like it was a situation where I kind of felt like it'll always be there. You know what I mean? Like, it's not going anywhere. I'm going to be here. But then once I moved, I really realized like how much I was missing out. You know what I mean? Just not being there's a lot of things about DC that I miss, and that's definitely one of them.
Yeah.
Also, like things like the zoo, right? So here the zoo costs money.
Yeah.
At DC, the zoo is absolutely free.
That's right.
The zoo is free. The aquarium's free. The Smithsonian, all that stuff is free. Then again, the cost of living
is a little bit higher.
Like, yeah. my apartment that I lived in when I was there, I was paying like $1,200 a month, and I had like a two bedroom place. I had a freaking gas fireplace. Hit the switch, turn it on. That same place now is I think like either 38 or like 4,000. Yeah. Wow. See, I'm doing it again. Touching the phone.
Hey, you know what?
Couldn't see it though because the camera was on you.
Two things.
That's all right.
Better say hi to your mom.
Oh, hey, what's up, Mom?
What's up, Mom?
How are you, Mom?
And Cam said you only go to DC for a day if you get Tiger's driver's license.
Yeah. Every few years, I go to renew my driver's license. I've actually gone recreationally a couple of times. We went for a couple of Thanksgivings ago. Mm-hmm. We all went, and because my little sister Liz had she put like a few $100s away to buy Yankee candles. Okay. Because apparently Black Friday, the Yankee outlet out there, and I didn't know how serious this was to them until we walked in, and the dude working there knew her. Oh, okay. Recognized her and was like, "Hey, welcome back," and was chatting with her, and I was like, did y'all? She was like, "No, I met him here. Like he works here." I was like, "How many times have you done this?" And she's like, "Oh, a few." A few. Yeah. Dude, I probably got like 5 or 6 candles just because so they would buy a bunch and it's like, you know, if you buy this amount, you get this discount or whatever. Yeah. So they would have an odd number. So they'd be like, Tiger, just pick one out. So I'm like, all right, pick one out of this style. Yeah. Pick one out of another. Yeah. I ended up with like 5. I ended up with probably retail, probably a couple $100 in candles. There you go. In candles. But because of the sale, they were probably a couple bucks or whatever. But yeah, I ended up with a bunch of candles, man. That's what got me hooked on lavender. Because I love lavender candles now. It's a terrible addiction. I should probably.
The scent
lavender is so relaxing.
It is.
Man, I love it.
But so Bath and Body Works, they always have candles.
They do.
And
they do.
Being friends with Kayla, you kind of hear all about the sales at Bath and Body Works because that's the thing. Is
My mom said she took me to I'm assuming that she meant the Smithsonian. She said she took me, but I wasn't into it. I had boobs on the mind. Oh, well, that's my mom. So Kayla got you into candles?
Yeah. Well, and like our friend Amber, like, you know, mostly the girls.
Do I know Amber?
Not this Amber.
Okay.
You know Carlos's Amber.
Okay.
But you know the girls, like they're all into candles.
Yeah.
So their Bath and Body Works has a scent. It's called mahogany teakwood.
Literally, what's funny is Amber is in the chat and she literally typed mahogany teakwood.
That's her. Yep. Mahogany teakwood. Yep. So let me tell you about
as you're saying it, I look ESP, over and ESP. I see the name and I see mahogany teakwood.
Yeah. So it smells like Abercrombie and Fitch. So like, when you walk by Abercrombie and Fitch at South Park, it smells like their cologne.
I've never smelled the Abercrombie.
Okay.
I try to avoid the Abercrombie and Fitch.
What? I don't go in it.
It reminds me of Cam too much, so I just. It reminds me of the old Cam, so I try to avoid that. So it smells like Cam back in the day, is what you're saying.
But I wore it.
Did you? You wore Abercrombie and Fitch?
That's the only thing I ever bought from Abercrombie and Fitch.
Was the cologne? I mean, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I think Hollister's kind of smells like it too.
Okay.
But I recognize it more from Abercrombie and Fitch.
Okay. Do all of those kind of smell the same? Abercrombie and Fitch, Hollister, what is it?
Probably
American Eagle.
Yeah, probably.
Their
Cologne probably all smells
real quick. Shout out to Andre Leon in the building. Go ahead, finish. What was you saying?
But Amber then showed me a life hack, and Walmart, they're great value. Their brand.
Yeah, their candle brand.
Well, everything like food.
Yeah,
they have.
I just bought some of their alkaline water today.
So first of all, those candles, if you buy them at Bath and Body Works, they're like $25, $20
at least.
Yeah,
at least.
So Walmart sells the same size, like almost like that half jar, for $5.
Really?
$5. Now, and it's the same size.
Now, does it last as long? Like, is the scent as strong?
Oh yeah. Like I burnt one. It was a good, 3.5 weeks it lasted.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, did you put it out?
Oh, yeah. You put it out with...
See, I have a habit of lighting a candle and leaving it. It's probably dangerous.
I only burn mine
I'll
for
let the candle burn until
a couple hours.
Done.
And then I'll let it burn for a couple hours. Then you close it with the cap.
Oh,
and then
so you don't blow it out? You don't blow it out first?
No.
You just put
then
the cap
a couple minutes later, you take the cap off, and then it'll just smell.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's sometimes where I wouldn't even light the candle, but you still get
leave it open and get the aroma.
So when she told me that, I bought $30 worth of candles.
Wow!
I gave her one, I gave Kayla one, and then the other ones were mine.
They were all yours
for backup. I didn't burn them all at once.
Backup cameras.
For backup. So I didn't have to go. You know what I mean?
I go to Marshalls to get my candles because Marshalls has super high-end candles for Walmart prices. So I usually buy my candles there. Recently, they haven't really been getting them because their trucks haven't been coming in with everything going on. But normally, under normal circumstances, I go to Marshalls to get my candles, and they're always super cheap. I get my candles from Marshalls.
You get a lot of stuff from Marshalls.
Yeah. I get
Marshalls is a great store though.
Oh yeah, I get my face care stuff from there.
Okay.
Like I get I asked one time. So last summer, the person I was seeing last summer got me hip to face masks and things like that, right?
Okay.
I think I talked about that on here before. But
I don't remember face masks.
Yeah, so she originally, the first time we had ever hung out, we did face masks that day. Because I was like, I want to do a face mask. I don't know how to do it. I know it seems pretty self-explanatory, but I've watched too many horror stories online of people peeling them off, and they're like,
their face is coming off.
Yeah. I wasn't trying to do all that. So she was like, yeah, we could do one. I was like, no cameras, no.
No cameras.
No, and now I'm saying it online for 20-something people.
Tiger Adonaldo wore a face mask.
Yeah, man. I do them. You know what? I do them. I want to say I do them regularly, but I don't. I buy them all the time. But to me, so my skincare routine right now is I have a wash, I do a scrub, I have moisturizer, I do the ointment stuff or whatever. I have a calming rose water mist.
I will use that.
You use it. It's good stuff. I want to get back into face masks, but to me, face masks is and this may sound goofy. To me, face mask is for me. Now, again, I always say I can only speak within the bubble that is my life.
For sure, yeah. That's all.
So for me, face masks aren't a single Tiger thing. Face mask is something that I do, if I'm seeing somebody
and they do it.
They'll do that, and that's But as far as just me alone home playing Grand Theft Auto, I'm not,
bro.
I'm not sitting there playing GTA with a face mask.
You have to do that one time. I would love nothing more than to open up Instagram or Facebook and to see you playing Grand Theft Auto with a face mask on.
I might do it on live stream. I might do that on live.
Or here.
You know what? Maybe,
or here.
Maybe I'll do a stream and we'll do a skincare stream and I'll do a face mask.
I won't be partaking in that.
You're not
I'll leave that
involved?
up for the captain. No, you want to know what my skincare is?
What's your skincare routine?
Whatever I have in the shower.
Whatever's there.
whatever body wash I have.
Oh, you use body wash on your face?
No, not on my face. But okay. I don't know. Like I've never used anything except water and like hand soap. And look at this beautiful clear face.
That used to be what I did, and I still do. I use cold water. But yeah,
a little lotion here and there. Just
so like I'm really big on moisturizers.
Okay,
and I had made a post asking about like, skincare routines or face masks and stuff. And everybody started hipping me to this brand called Glam Glow, which I'm sure some of the ladies in the chat might know about this and some of the fellas. But yeah, Glam Glow, it's like crazy expensive. Andre said both of us should do it.
I don't know. Like I'm very weird about that stuff. Like if I don't need to use it, then I'm not using it. Because I feel once you use it, then your body becomes accustomed to it. And if you don't use it all the time, then you'll start getting pimples and shit. So
for some things,
I'm rolling.
Some things I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
When you start getting into the higher end stuff, higher end stuff, you're literally just cleansing, moisturizing. So it's better for you, which is probably why it costs so much. I'm thinking, but I find the higher end stuff for low end prices at Marshall's.
Yeah. Okay.
Feel free to sponsor us. Yeah, man. Self-care is the best care, man. Like
Well, no, I'm not saying that's not self-care. It's just
for sure.
My self-care right now. I just say,
you're a simple man. Nothing wrong with that. I'm simple. I'm a simple man.
I know. Yeah.
So for a lot of things, I'm simple. So I just started getting complicated with my facial program. And honestly, if it wasn't for the fact that I am and I use this term loosely, a public figure.
Yes.
As a DJ,
you're
as somebody
a DJ,
so as somebody who DJs as a career, I guess that makes me a public figure. Yeah. So I need to keep this as long as I can. Yeah. You know what I mean? I got to stay pretty for as long as I can, because a lot of gigs nowadays aren't about like how good you are. A lot of it is just what you look like. So a brother is dieting, eating better.
Nothing wrong with that.
Keeping my gorgeous face intact. You know what I mean? I come from a long line of beautiful people, man. My whole family's beautiful. So,
I mean, I got to be doing something right, because like all them kids at work, when they find out my age, they're like, no way.
They're like, that's impossible.
Yeah, and I'm like, what do you do? I was like, I wash my face with soap and water.
Faces. You know who else does that? Jeff Goldblum.
Okay.
Jeff Goldblum, in an interview, they asked him, they're like, yo, what is your secret? Yeah. How do you look so youthful? He's like, youthful. Youthful. He says, I wash my face.
I mean, literally, I'm not poo-pooing all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's just, I've just literally, wash my face in the morning, little hand soap, boom, put it on there. And,
he said,
rinse it off and good to go.
I think for me, there's a lot of aromatherapy involved in it as well. So it's like a process. I don't know. I tried it out on the island, and then I enjoyed it.
Okay.
And I liked the way my face felt after that.
Okay.
It probably wasn't even nothing like special. It probably
could have been,
but I just liked the way it felt, and I was
cool.
like, oh, I'm going to continue doing this. Plus, it's something that, I don't know. I feel like it's something that can, like in the long run, it might be helpful.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
It may not be doing much for me now because I'm drop dead gorgeous.
Like the face mask, like I don't know, like whenever I see them, I just think of Robin Williams in Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh yeah.
Cake on his face, like that. Like that's whenever I see anybody with it could be a friend or just a random person on Facebook.
Yeah.
My mind immediately goes to Robin Williams from Mrs. Doubtfire. Like that's.
I don't do the one thing I don't do is like the peel off face masks, like those black charcoal peel. Fuck those, dude. Because I heard those are really painful, and I was like, I'm not the one, man. I don't need to do all that. I don't do those. I do really simple ones, and I don't do. So some people have them to where it's like caked on there a lot. I really don't do that. Mine is, I do a thin layer. I try to do a thin, even layer.
Yeah.
Or I have somebody do a thin, even layer and then rinse it off, and I'm good to go.
Andre called me the poo-poo panda.
The poo-poo panda.
I do say, like, I'm not poo-pooing it a lot. I do say that a lot on here. So
I gotta get Andre on. Andre, you gotta come on one Thursday and let's chat it up about this music we love so much called house music.
Yay.
Yeah, man.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. Hey,
Well, with
house music,
I like house.
I know. That's why I said there's nothing
a
wrong
lot of I've noticed. One thing I noticed, a lot of people that don't like house music, and this isn't directed at you.
Oh, I know.
But a lot of the people that don't like house music don't actually know what house music is. You know what I mean?
For sure.
It's kind of like a lot of the people that hate on hip hop
don't know what hip hop is.
Don't know what hip hop is, and have probably never listened to hip hop. They've listened to rap.
Speaking of, I don't even know how to pronounce it.
What
that Nicki Minaj, Megan the
I thought
Stallion?
I thought that was Cardi and
or I'm
Cardi
sorry,
and Megan. Yeah, there's Cardi, a lot. There's a
what is
lot
that? WAP,
going on.
WAP,
Yeah,
WAP?
WAP. I think it's WAP.
Like,
yeah, there's a lot going on with that song, man. People are upset at the vulgarness of it, which I have no problem with because I mean, shit, I grew up listening to NWA, right?
I don't have any problem with the vulgarity.
I just think it's a fucking garbage song. Yeah.
Like, I'm supposed to believe that these two self-proclaimed best female artists around right now, and that's what you come out with?
Yeah.
Like, trash.
Yeah.
3 fires emojis worth of trash.
Yeah. I don't like the beat.
The beat doesn't match the lyrics.
The beat, yeah, and I'm not.
Feels like a roller coaster.
Yeah, the hook is
kind of eh. Yeah, it's nothing to do with the vulgarity.
The content.
Yeah, it's
the content to me is whatever. You know what I mean? Like here's the thing, dude. For a long time, men have been rapping like that, and nobody's had a problem. Yeah. Well, I can't say nobody because when people say that, when they're like, "Well, dudes have been rapping like this, and nobody's had a problem with this." Listen, if it wasn't for Luther Campbell going to fucking court. And like almost getting banned in the USA,
for sure.
Then nobody would be able to fucking like the freedom of speech and music wouldn't be a thing. So as far as like people having a problem with it, they had a problem. They had a problem with it. Yeah, it just wasn't. There was no social media.
Yep.
But there's a lot of rappers that made it into the news for their content, and I listened to all of them. Yep. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I would be very hypocritical to come out and say, "Oh, the hypersexualized stuff that they're talking about." Sure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got no problem.
Yeah, I wasn't. That's not why I was saying it's trash.
For sure. Now, as far as like the actual like, okay, what's the beat like? To me, I'm not feeling the beat. You know what I mean? What about the?
It doesn't flow.
Yeah. What about the lyrics? Not the lyrical content, but like lyrics,
how the lyrics match,
how they're delivered.
Yep.
It's like the hook is the lyrics are Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I don't know if they write their own stuff. I'm not going to sit here and start flinging allegations.
Me neither. Nope.
You know what I'm saying? We know Iggy Azalea doesn't, but that's a whole. Hey-oh. Oh yeah, I gotta get that ready.
I got it.
So there you go. But like I don't know if they do, but either way, like it's just I don't know. I don't know. I just kind of feel like it's trash. I feel like it's trash. Bar for bar, I feel like it's trash. I mean, dude, they've been talking that shit their entire career. Yeah. And nobody's had a problem with it.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, again, I haven't had a problem.
Yeah,
They've
me
been talking
personally,
shit their whole career. It's just, this one is not it doesn't do it for me.
Unless you're coming out with like a kid's album, that's the only time I'll hear that's the only time I'll criticize vulgarity.
Yeah. You're
not going to no.
Like if you're trying to get some shit on Nickelodeon.
Give me all the explicit content.
100%. I don't even I get upset at DJ friends when they play like clean versions of songs in the club.
Right.
I roll up. I'm like, why are you playing? What the fuck
There's
are you doing?
Nobody, if somebody's here that you're playing that for, they shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Like
there's times that I've DJ'd like some daytime stuff and there'll be a couple of kids in there.
Yeah.
The minute those kids leave.
Oh.
Every curse word in the book is coming through them speakers, bro. Yeah. I've DJ'd at this place called Thirsty Parrot.
Oh yeah.
And you go on a little early, like after the Indians game, you start playing a little bit earlier. And so they usually don't want curse words until after 11. That's usually when all the kids have already walked by and went home.
Okay.
The minute it's 11:01,
oh yeah.
Every vulgar track in my collection, I'm dropping them all within 10 minutes. It's all right there. Boom, 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 boom.
Yep.
Just to cleanse my palate.
Right?
Just to
just to let me hear it.
Yeah. Like, sometimes you got to hear it, man. Sometimes you gotta add that in there. What he say? Oh, he said the thirsty parrot. Yeah. You know what though? They have decent food. I like
exactly what I thought too. The video, Amber says the video reminded her of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
I've never watched the video. I got to watch it. Everybody's been talking about the video.
It's just, oh man, like I don't know. It's definitely got the Willy Wonka vibe.
Really?
Yeah.
You could pick. Check it out.
Like I was sitting there watching. I was like, we're just missing some Oompa Loompas. Like, like that is what we're missing. Like,
oh man, just one Oompa Loompa to tell you.
And it's because I really I heard it. But I'm like, okay, well, I can't watch the video because it's if I heard it and I was like, ugh.
Yeah. Then if
I wasn't going to watch the video.
If you watch it, you'll be like.
But the other Amber, Carlos's wife,
yeah,
she was like, no, you have to watch it. And I was like, I'm already know what I'm getting myself into. I don't want to watch. She's like, just watch it.
Just look at it.
Just as I expected. It's 4 minutes I can't get back.
I gotta watch it now.
See,
I gotta watch it. I gotta watch it. You know what's weird about me, man, is I don't watch a lot of videos. So a lot of times they'll send me a picture, right? And I'll be like, who is this?
Yeah.
And they'll be like, you don't know who that is? You're a DJ. You don't know who that is? I'm like, fuck no, I don't know who that is. Like, who is it? Then they'll tell me. And I'll be like, that's what they look like?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I haven't watched music videos in forever. I haven't watched music videos since you could watch them on
I think the last
TV.
music video I remember watching was, and I think everybody watched this, was Tip Drill.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, 100%. 100%.
And that I had to stay up later on BET, whatever it was called.
Yeah.
After Hours.
It was BET Uncut, sir.
That's right, Uncut. And that video.
Whew. Yeah, that video was something interesting.
Fantastic.
Something interesting for sure. That's just quality filmmaking right there.
Quality entertainment. You literally took a credit card and slid it. Like, who thinks of that?
Oh man, we sound so hypocritical right now, but it's okay.
We do. But no, we're not talking about the vulgarity of the song.
Yeah, we're just talking about the vulgarity of the video.
It wasn't even the vulgarity of the video.
The video wasn't, you know what, in the grand scheme of things, compared to nowadays, the video wasn't even that vulgar.
Yeah, it's really not that bad. Yeah.
I mean, somebody did swipe a credit card down a girl's ass cheeks, but I mean, that's not,
But no.
That's just good, wholesome fun.
Right?
It was consensual.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It was. Oh yeah, she knew what she was doing.
I'm sure they asked, like, listen, for this part how do you bring that up? Listen, so for this part of the video, right? Okay, so there's going to be cars and all this stuff over here.
And we're going to be in a strip club.
Yeah, then we're going to cut to you at a swimming pool, and Nelly is going to swipe a credit card down your ass cheeks. Like, how do you explain that to somebody?
I believe just like that.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, okay.
All right. How much am I getting paid?
Okay.
Sweet.
That'd be another.
Yeah,
that'd
right.
be another 1,000 on top of whatever you're giving me. Like, all right,
Okay,
no problem.
we could do that. Sure, you don't want more?
Do you take Cash App?
Yeah. Not back then.
Yeah. Was PayPal even around back then?
I don't think PayPal.
When did that video come out? That video.
Tip Drill?
That
I was
video
in high school.
So that video was older than Google.
Yeah.
Because
So at least
Google came out in '98.
I graduated in 2002. So maybe it's not older than Google.
Yeah, maybe it. I wonder when that came out. Let's. Speaking of Google, let's Google it. I'm gonna find out right now, everybody. For those that are listening, I'm googling the release of a song. Tip Drill came out. Why the hell is it? Why the hell isn't it telling me when it came out? God, Wikipedia sucks, dude. Like I'm at Wikipedia. There's a Wikipedia for Tip Drill. But it's not telling me when the freaking the song, Tip Drill song. All right, the Tip Drill song was released in somebody in the chat tell me when Tip Drill came out. Oh, 2000.
Yeah, 2000 something is what John Doe
says
said.
Recorded 2000.
Okay.
So
yeah, I was
probably 2000
freshly in high school.
Yeah, so it's not it's 2 years younger than Google because Google came out in 98.
Yep.
Wow. Jesus. Tip Drill.
2000 is my 99 2000 was my sophomore year.
For the 99
2000. Yeah, literally that was our football song too.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, one of our football songs.
Oh my God. Bro, I feel like that is the quintessential like temporary thought pocket song. Like soon as that song comes on, no matter how good of a person you are, as soon as that song comes on, you're dropping something. You're dropping something like it's hot.
Right?
Something's getting dropped.
I mean,
I don't know what, but something is getting dropped. No matter who you are going to the dance floor for that song. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, listen, if you started playing that song in church, somebody's going to start.
Somebody's twerking all up and down the aisle. Yeah.
Something is happening. Oh man. Fun times, man. We got some interesting things to talk about, sir. Some interesting things to talk about before we get to the chat Q&A or the chat suggestions. We'll talk about some dating situations, some dating stories. You know, not anything current. I haven't dated in a while, but I was just sitting here thinking about like some past dating experiences that I had, and it got me thinking. Like, so I saw a post, right, that a friend of mine made, and she'll remain nameless, but the post was basically like one of those like, you know, like, if you're not trying to do this and this and this and stay out my inbox, like, you know, help them pay bills and all this stuff, and then, you know, on the same token, like I have guy friends that post like, you know, well, if you're going to be with me, you got to be able to so-and-so and so-and-so. And it made me wonder, like, what the fuck, like, has dating come to? Like, what's all these prerequisites to go get tacos? You know what I mean? Right. And I started thinking about like old situations that I've been in. And one came to mind. So I had met someone on one of the app type situations, right? Mm-hmm. And we chatted for a bit, and she was like, "Oh, we should go grab a bite to eat." I'm like, "Okay, well, like where are you thinking?" So she suggested this, like, there was a burger place that used to be here in Lakewood, but that was like mad expensive. Yeah, I think it was called like Street Burger or something like that, right? Which was actually like right on the corner of my street, right? Shit. So I was like, all right, whatever, you know, we go, and got 2 burgers, right? 2 fries. Yeah. I think I got a water and she got a beer or something like that, and then 2 root beer floats, right? And then the bill came to like $85, dude.
Are you serious?
I'll be dead ass. I'll be dead serious. It came out to like $85, which I was like, whatever.
Ain't
you know
no
what
hamburger
I mean?
Worth that much.
No. I mean, it was a good fucking hamburger.
I don't care.
The fries were fried in
Five Guys is supposed to be a good hamburger.
You're right. Well, here I found out what they did. So instead of like it being a combo, like the burger comes with fries, you get charged for the burger, and then you get charged for the fries. See? And then the root beer float, you get charged per scoop of ice cream, and then charged for the root beer. Yeah, dude. It was
no. You know what? I'm gonna go on a limb and say that's why they're not in business no more.
Possibly. I mean, here's the thing. The stuff was good.
Hey, you want this root beer float? You got to pay for everything in it.
And it's like 3 scoops of ice cream. So you're paying like 3, I think it was like $2 or $3 per scoop. And then another like $4 or $5.
That would be like going to Dairy Queen and getting like an Oreo Blizzard and be like, oh no, wait, you want the Oreos in it? That's extra.
Yeah, that's extra money. Yeah, so that's what they were doing, man. So it ended up being like 80, and then after tip and whatnot, you know what I mean? So then so that happened, and then so the next time she wanted to go out, she like mentioned some like sushi place that was like way out, like way east. Yeah. And then I started noticing a pattern. Right. I'm like, she is just like
expensive places.
Let's go to these expensive ass places and go eat. And like we talking to her, like we rarely ever like talked. Yeah. It was always, well, what do you want to do next? Okay. Well, let's go to this place. Let's go to that place. And like after the burgers, I was kind of hip to it. Like I was like, yo, I just dropped $80 on some burgers. Right. Like what the hell am I, like, what am I doing? And it kind of made me think like, listen, just because you went on a date with somebody, you don't have ownership over anyone. You know what I mean? Who knows how many other people she's going out with? So like, is this her hustle? You know what I mean?
You
Like,
could.
is this the hustle? Like, is this how she just gets free food? Like, she just schedules dates and you know what I mean? Like, you start thinking about stuff like this, right? So, that got me thinking at that time. I'm like, yo, I think she's just trying to get me for freaking free meals. You know what I mean? And like, listen, I like to eat just as much as the next red-blooded human being. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't even like going to super expensive places myself.
Yeah.
Personally, like I'm cool.
Yeah.
I'll go to Five Guys. Five Guys is kind of expensive. That was probably a bad example. I don't want to say McDonald's because McDonald's is trash, but although, man, sometimes
those fries. That's about the only thing I get there anymore is the fries.
Really? That's it? Oh man, I like so many things there.
And that's if I pull into the drive-thru.
Oh, if you put you don't go in?
I can't go in now.
Oh, that's right. You can't go in McDonald's anymore.
I mean, I think you could go in and order. I don't think you could go in and eat.
I wonder what effect this has all had. Speaking of,
bro, I told you
on dating. I wonder. What,
on dating.
I wonder what dating is like now, because dining in is a whole weird thing.
Hey,
it's kind of weird to meet somebody online and then the first time you hang out with them, you got a mask on. That's kind of.
I didn't sign up for this.
Yeah, you're automatically taught to like avoid situations like that. Like, yo, I've been chatting with this dude for like a couple weeks or whatever, and then when I show up, he's got a fucking mask on. Like, what? Any other time that would be shady as hell.
It'd be weird, but now all of a sudden it's normal.
Yeah, now if you don't have one on, it's like it's a whole thing.
Which I ain't got one on.
I mean, I don't have one on either.
I never have one.
We're in my house. You know what? I wear them when I go to the store. Like, I'm not going to be one of those. Yeah, I'm not going to be one of those people that's going to walk into a store with no mask on and then get pissed off. Yeah. When like the dude that got carried out of the store by his son. Yeah. I'm not going to be. I'm not going to be. I'm not going to be that person. Here's the thing.
If you yell at me for going down the aisle the wrong way.
Yeah. Look, fuck those aisles.
I probably shouldn't say this, but I will.
So I like how you're always like, I probably shouldn't say this. So what I'm good.
I was at Walmart one day,
right?
And that scenario happened to me. Like,
oh, you went the wrong way down the aisle.
Some Karen,
oof,
yelled at me because I didn't even like walk down the whole aisle. Like, what I needed was like right
at the end of the aisle.
So I took like 3 steps in.
Right.
Grabbed what I needed. And I was on my way. And she just
she decided
the arrow was not pointing that way.
Ooh.
So I behaved myself.
Oh, did you? I
behaved myself.
I thought the story was about to go a completely different direction.
I tried to peel the arrow off. Because I was just gonna put him the wrong way.
Hold on.
Yeah.
What do you mean you behaved yourself? You tried to fucking vandalize the damn.
I thought it would be fun. Like, I didn't know the superior stickiness of these arrows. So I was like, okay, was this something I could peel off real quick?
Apparently you don't know what behaving yourself means either.
I mean,
oh shit.
Not vandalizing.
Nah.
Like, so like once I found out like I wasn't going to peel this thing off, like I just thought it was something like they slapped down and like you could peel it off easy.
Yeah, nah.
But no, so like I was like, oh, okay.
Even if it was something that they just slapped down, people have walked over it. Rolled carts over it.
I was hell bent on just trying to put all the arrows the same way,
the same direction,
because I would then watch people be totally confused.
Because
it's like look
because these 2 aisles are going the same direction.
Okay, before COVID, or I'm sorry, the germ.
The germ.
Nobody thought twice. Okay. Right? So somebody could have the flu, snotting, rubbing their nose, everything. Nobody thought twice. They still walk down the aisle the same way.
Yeah.
It's not until people told us, hey, you have to be scared of this, that people started freaking out about it. And people lost common sense.
I don't understand the directional aisle thing.
Me neither. So if I could somehow put a cog in that would be fantastic to me.
You mean a monkey wrench in it?
Because
I feel like a cog is helpful.
To watch whatever, I don't know. Maybe I use that. Maybe I used terminology wrong.
Yeah.
But to watch people lose their minds and be confused over something so simple appeases me.
And that's what you call behaving yourself.
Hey, I wasn't hurting nobody. I wasn't calling no one names. Although I did call that girl Karen. So maybe it is calling her name.
But did you say it to her?
I did not.
Oh, okay. Then you're good then. You're fine.
I told you I'm trying to turn over a new leaf.
A new leaf by ripping up.
Old pun?
No, you mean you're trying to turn over directional signs is what you're trying to
Look,
do.
I didn't spend I kind of took my fingernail and I was like, oh, okay, that's not going to happen. So it's not like I sat there and tried to rip this thing off. But
it's not like you were a super villain.
And it's also Walmart.
Trying to fully peel it up.
It's also Walmart.
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't like
it's not the
like Gucci store.
Yeah, it's not like it's not like you went to a freaking preschool and was
Yeah.
Was
someplace
she wasn't elderly, was she?
Yeah, she was not elderly.
Oh, okay.
I mean, she was older than me.
Okay.
So maybe 50s.
Oh, that's not bad, man.
Yeah.
50's the new 20 nowadays.
But at my mom's work, which I will remain nameless.
Tom Cruise is over 50 and that fucker hangs on the side of planes as they take off. So yeah.
At my mom's work, they have in the elevators, you can only have 2 people in the elevator at the same time.
Ooh.
And they have circles with footprints on them where you're supposed to stand in the elevators.
Is the elevator at least 6 feet wide?
I don't know. I mean, I know the normal occupancy.
Yeah, I believe
is 10, I think.
So it went from it went from 10 to 2.
2, yeah. And there's stickers with footprints where you're supposed to stand.
You got to stand right on those footprints.
Somebody at my mom's work, and I shit you not, somebody at my mom's work put one of those stickers on the ceiling of the elevator.
Jesus Christ.
I shit you not. She showed me the picture.
Oh my God. Yeah, don't say where she works at all.
That's fantastic.
That is amazing, dude. That's amazing.
It is, right?
On the ceiling.
On the ceiling.
We should.
Now, what I'm getting at with the whole common sense thing, there are going to be some people who are going to try to figure out, oh my God, I have to stand there for COVID. How am I going to do this? That's how paranoid they have us over this.
Well, not us. That's how paranoid
some
they have.
people.
They have
most people. Most other people.
There's a lot of paranoia going around. There's definitely.
And I'm not saying it's right or wrong. You're free to handle this however you want. I'm just saying you kind of have to use common sense too. Speaking
of, didn't the lead singer of Smash Mouth say some stuff recently? Wasn't he they had a concert and he yelled at the crowd, fuck this COVID stuff.
Sounds like something he would say. I didn't even know he was still around.
Or something like that. Yeah. Apparently they were doing a show and the whole crowd was wearing masks and he was like, fuck this COVID stuff. He wasn't wearing a mask, obviously, but he was like, fuck this COVID stuff, or calling it fake or something like that.
Yeah.
Didn't Designer call it fake?
I think, yeah.
Listen, if there's one person I'm not going to take advice from,
it's him.
100% it's the Designer. I don't even know what I saw the video and I'm like, I'm not even sure what he's saying right now. I'm not even altogether positive what he's saying. He said something about being at a something about a smoothie or something like that. He was just saying random shit. I was like, what the hell is going on here? Definitely probably not the wisest thing ever.
Cameron feels how I feel.
Wait, what did
He's
Cam say?
I walk down the aisle to get what I need. If the arrows bother you that much, you need help.
Yeah. You know what? It's another one of those things where when I'm there, I try to adhere to it. I don't go out of my way to walk up the wrong direction.
No, but
if what I need is right there,
I'm going to get it.
I'm going to grab it. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm not going all the way down to the other side,
right?
Just to circle around and come back down. I'm not doing all that. I'm definitely not. It's just, I'm not about that life. I was at Walmart today, and I strolled up the wrong way of the aisle to grab. Actually, no, that was the right way. Because I went to get the water, and it's right there at the beginning, but I was going the right direction. Yeah. But I'm sure one of those aisles I walked up the wrong way. I had to have. I can't wait till I get this new table, man, or build this new table, because my arm is so high right now. Mm-hmm. I don't know if y'all in the chat, if y'all can see this, but my arm is really high. That's why it doesn't have a natural look to it. And it's because what I'm using is just a glass tabletop that's set on 2 stacks of 3 crates. So it's actually really high. It's way higher than a table or desk should be. So once I get this table built, oh man, We got so many changes coming up. Yeah. Was somebody saying something that you're about to tell me, or?
No, I was just seeing if there's anything.
Oh, if there was anything new. Our chat's moving a little slow right now, but that's all right.
It's okay.
So I figure out that this this woman is basically just using me for meals.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not a vindictive, angry person, so I'm not going to call her out for it.
Oh yeah. For sure.
But I start saying things like, not really into that.
Yeah.
So I love sushi.
Oh yeah.
Well, so when she suggested this sushi place, I'm like, not really feeling sushi. I was like, is there somewhere else that we can go? And so like every place she suggested, like at one point she suggested, what is it, Ruth Christie, or the steak place? It's like another Morton's.
Okay.
So it's like just dumb expensive,
okay.
right? She suggested that, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what the hell is happening? And so I was after a while, I was just like, I'm busy this weekend. Yeah. I got a DJ. I wasn't even DJing. I was like, I got a DJ. I'm busy. I just cut her off. I just I don't want to say I ghosted her.
Yeah, but
I ghosted her. Not ghosted. I just, we just kind of grew our separate ways, if you will. But I realized I got a lot of interesting things like that. Like, it's almost like I'm at a point now where people that talk to me, I instantly start wondering what they want from me. As opposed being a DJ, right?
Yeah.
Whenever I'm out and I'm DJing somewhere, if somebody comes up and talks to me, my brain never goes to they're interested in me. I should ask them out. Immediately, my brain defaults to they want something. They want a request.
Yeah.
They want to stand in the DJ booth and try to look cool. They
AKA yours truly. Because I ain't. Look, you know me in crowded places.
Yeah, you're not a fan of crowded places at all.
That's like throwing gasoline on a fire.
not a good situation.
Especially because now
whatsoever.
it's like if like me, like I'm always like looking around, like just
yeah.
Not for no particular reason, just looking at scenery, whatever.
People watching, nothing wrong with that.
But people these days, what are you looking at? Like, sorry, bro, wasn't looking at you. Like
calm down, homie. Calm down.
Then the Jersey Shore effect takes place, and they got to pump up their chest in front of their girl, and I just don't like being that guy no more.
Yeah, you'll definitely
want to make you look. I don't want to make you look bad in front of your girl. Like,
that's so nice of you, sir. That is that's so kind. Don't want to make them look bad in front of their.
Well, because words start happening, and then shoving starts happening, and then okay, well, I'm gonna have to take you down.
Yeah.
But yet you have to go home with the girl, so I'm not gonna ruin your night. There was a time where I did.
There was a time where you
were
would have
involved in, well, not involved, but you were around for that. Like there was a time
I feel like I definitely was there for that 100%.
Which is probably why I got the job at Shooters.
It's why they hired you,
because that helped. Relieve some of that tension.
Yeah, 100%. I was pretty chill when I worked at Shooters, man. Like I said before, I got beat up more by my coworkers than I did by people that I was kicking out. Like,
because you got the size. You're.
Yeah, but I'm not even really like a big.
It doesn't matter.
Dude.
You have the correct height. Me and Tommy were always
that's
getting.
A valid point.
We're like 5'5" on a good day.
Yeah, that's a valid point.
You know what I mean? Like even Greg, like who were the ones who were always getting in the fights?
If y'all were having a tall day, y'all were 5'5".
Yeah, right. Like I don't know. It was just that dude's like 5'7". All right, we could mess with him.
It was a pretty eclectic group of people that worked there too.
Yeah, there was.
They were the bouncers. It was definitely like.
I feel that was like the wrong place to mess with the bouncers too.
Yeah, 100%, because
we all knew how to fight.
Yeah, absolutely. Andre said everyone's all about being seen and status. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
100%.
And so whenever I'm approached in a club type situation, it's never once have I ever thought, oh, this person is interested in me.
Mm-hmm.
I've even had people like talking to me for a while, and I'm never like, oh, this person is interested in me. Even if I'm not DJing, they know that I'm a DJ, and that I DJ at whichever place I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
I probably DJ there. You know what I mean? So if I'm downtown hanging out and somebody I don't know is talking to me, there's never a time where I'm like, this person is talking to me because of anything other than they want something.
Yeah.
Either they're going to ask me to DJ somewhere for cheap. Or
I feel tattoo artists are like that too.
Tattoo artists are definitely like that.
Because it's like
most creatives, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's a DJ, photographer, tattoo artist, content creators, models, whatever it is, most creatives probably experience this.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Andre probably experiences this all the time. He's an amazing tattoo artist, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that come up and talk to him, and they have ulterior motives when they're talking to him. They're trying to butter him up or chum up to him and be like, hey, man, by the way, you know what I mean? It's kind of like I'm sure tattoo artists get sick of talking about tattoos, just like I get sick of talking about music. True. You know what I mean? Like, one thing I don't do, I mean, yeah, we talked about music a second ago, but it wasn't like we had sat here and had a long, drawn out conversation about it.
For sure.
But one thing I hate doing is talking in depth about music when I'm trying to do something completely different.
For sure.
Like, if I'm at a club to either people watch, dance, meet somebody's daughter, or, you know what I mean?
Of age,
of course.
Remember, there's a lot of that stuff going around now. So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I should probably clarify. But like, if I'm at a club, I'm there to have fun.
Yeah,
I'm there to
for
have
sure.
fun and enjoy myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not there to talk about the new remix of whatever. I'm not there to talk about like, oh, I went to this show and this happened and this person came. I'm like, okay. All right, man.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I get it. And then, you know what? Another weird thing is there's the people that come up, and I know this isn't in the ticker, but whatever. There's people that come up and try to have a full-blown conversation with me while I'm DJing. Like a full conversation while I'm actually DJing. And when I'm like, yeah, let me get back to you. I'm kind of I'm a little busy here right now. Then I'm rude. You know what I mean? Like I'm the rude one. Like, yo, you're like, I don't come on your job kicking dicks out of your mouth. Why are you in here?
Because that's automatically what their job is.
Like, why are you interrupting me, man?
That's fantastic. That is fantastic.
Oh my God. Yeah, man. People trying to have a full blown conversation while I'm trying to do my job. That'd be like Andre doing a tattoo, right? And then I walk in and I'm trying to have a full blown conversation with him about some tattoo I got.
Yeah.
In a whole other city.
Right. By a whole other artist.
By a whole other tattoo artist.
Yeah.
And then this other tattoo artist came in while I was getting that one and surprised me and was like, you know what I mean? And then meanwhile, he's trying to work. Right? Like, he's working. You know what I mean? That's the thing about being an artist in any form, is people tend to mistake your job for a pastime. You know what I mean? Like, just because you love what you do doesn't mean it's still not your job. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I love being a DJ, right? It doesn't mean that it's not work. When I'm there, I'm working.
Yeah,
That's my job.
To kind of get, I know this isn't the podcast for it, but that's kind of like what the NBA is experiencing in the bubble. There's a lot of players starting to speak out like, dude, I can't escape basketball here.
Yeah, at all. It's
like, I am literally going crazy.
Basketball 24/7.
Yeah. They're like, there's nowhere to escape it.
Yeah, that's nowhere. That's no way to
live.
That's not good. No. And we will be talking about that on Sunday. We'll be talking about that a lot on Sunday. Oh man, Sunday's going to be an interesting show. Oh, it's going to be a doozy. Look, save it for Sunday. Hey, save it for Sunday, man.
I feel everything I've worked so hard to try not to be over the last year and a half. I feel Sunday is just going to blow it out of the water.
As long as it's not political.
It's not. No, I meant like, you probably going to see Angry Panda.
Oh, like,
I'm just
So tune in Sunday if you want to see have you ever seen an angry panda in the wild? Tune in Sunday and you will.
like I don't know. I'm so over everything.
Just everything.
Like,
well, you made a post that you were over sports.
Yeah, and I told you
you'll keep up with it enough for the podcast.
There is not one sports app on my phone anymore.
Oh man!
So I don't know what happened in the Blue Jackets game. I don't know if the Indians are winning.
That's okay. I'm sure Cam is. on top of all that. We'll talk about all that on Sunday. Yeah, man. You gotta be able to escape. And when as an artist, art is your life, meaning it's your livelihood, but it's not your life, meaning that's the only thing that you ever want to talk about. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just like I said, I'm sure that Andre doesn't want to talk about tattooing 24/7. I'm sure Will does. Will probably doesn't want to talk about tattooing when he's not.
Funny
tattooing.
That you mentioned that. Kayla just said that her and Will were eating one night in a restaurant, and some lady just came up and pulled her shirt up and showed Will her lower back tattoo.
Wait, pulled Kayla's shirt up?
No,
or
pulled
her own shirt up and showed it to Will?
Will could do anything to it. Yeah,
while they
were eating.
For fuck's sake, dude.
Kayla, you should have.
Wait a minute. You should have gave her some choice words.
You should have.
Put it like that. You should have gave her some choice words for sure.
I feel some choice words were needed for that woman.
100%. Yeah, that's ridiculous, man. Just because what you do is, it's like that with photography, right? I dabble in photography. Mm-hmm. There's times that I'll be doing a shoot somewhere, or somebody hit me up. Hey, what are you doing? Oh, I'm just downtown doing a shoot. Yeah. Oh, where are you at? And I'll just not thinking. I'll be like, oh, we're over by such and such is doing a shoot. Mm-hmm. Fuckers will show up. Yeah. Like chit chatting, like wanting to talk, like talking my ear off. I'm like, dude, I'm shooting. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like what are you doing? Like this isn't. Yes, it's a hobby, but at the same time, I take it serious. Yeah. And if I'm shooting someone, then either A, I asked them if I could shoot them, or B, they asked me to get some photos for them. Either way, whether you're getting paid or not, either way, it's a serious situation. You know what I mean?
It's kind of a job too.
Yeah, 100%. So it's not like we're just out here just for the hell of it. Yeah. Just taking freaking pictures for Snapchat. Like we're trying to accomplish something. So you can't be out here like chit chatting with me or trying to show me shit on their phone. That happens a lot DJing, man. People want to show me stuff on their phone, show me there's people that come up and want to show me memes and stuff. And I'm like, dude, I'm literally DJing. Like, you've been talking to me for 15 minutes.
I mean, it's kind of like, how me and Cam are with like the sports collectibles.
Yeah.
Like I've been in situations where I could have gotten like some, like LeBron James, for example. Mm-hmm. Like I could have gotten his autograph or at least tried to ask for it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't in that kind of scenario. He was out. He wasn't there for that reason.
Exactly.
So like it's one of those things where like when I just kind of like gave him the nod, like, and just went about my way,
and that's how you should. That's how you should do things. Let him live his life.
He doesn't really give autographs to adults, anyways, which is that's cool.
Just send a kid.
So I kind of knew that.
Just go grab Frankie, send him over.
Yeah, right.
And have him get the
But
autograph.
at the same time, still, it's like, okay, this dude is not doing his job right now. He's enjoying his off time. Yeah, I'm a fan, but
now's not the time.
I'm kind of like, I kind of think like I'm like the chill fan, like.
You're not like the overbearing.
Not
fan.
bragging, but we've been around celebrities before. Like
100%.
I mean, I went to school with some who played professionals, who ended up playing professional sports.
Right.
We've been around them.
Just being so it's like being in a downtown scene. Cleveland is a very small, big city, so being downtown. If you're out downtown, they're probably going to come to where you're at. For sure. If you're at any of the major establishments, they're probably going to eventually be where you're at some point.
So I really don't get too starstruck, but it was like, oh my God, like holy shit, LeBron James is here. But still at the same time, I was like, well, he's not. He's
just doing his thing.
He's here as a citizen, like not a celebrity. At that point, he's not.
He's a civilian at that point.
Civilian, sorry. Yeah. So yeah,
he's a citizen.
Citizen. Like we're all citizens. I feel I need to like work on my vocabulary too.
That's all right. That's all right. We'll work it out online. That's okay. I ended up filming a gig I got through Chris Goody, filming Gabrielle Union's birthday party down at Barley House when Dwayne Wade was still playing for the Cavs.
Okay.
And so obviously she was there. Dwayne Wade was there. LeBron ended up being there. Mm-hmm. Isaiah Thomas ended up being there. Basically all of the Cavs players. I'm pretty sure JR showed up. DJ Quick was there.
I feel JR is one of those dudes who wouldn't care though.
Yeah, no. He didn't have a shirt on.
Right. Like,
and actually got a chance to talk to a couple of them because, you know, I didn't want to film any of them with drinks in their hands.
For sure.
I know that's a weird thing. So like, whenever like LeBron would walk by, I would notice he had a drink. I'd put the camera down. Mm-hmm. And at one point he did ask me like, is everything cool? I'm like, yeah, but you got a drink in your hand. I ain't trying to.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm not trying to have that responsibility of you know, having the footage and not, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
I ain't trying to be I ain't trying to be in that situation. Second of all, if somebody steals my camera, you know what I mean? Then there's a bunch of footage of you with freaking you know, drinks all in your hand. But yeah, like if there was ever a time that I could have asked for a bunch of autographs or whatever, that would have been it. I mean, they were all there. They were all kind of tipsy, but it wasn't the time. Yeah. It wasn't the time to do it. They're away from, they're doing this to celebrate someone's birthday, away from work. You know what I mean? The last thing they want is somebody walking up to them talking about fucking basketball. Right. You know what I mean?
I think the one time I can remember being actually starstruck was when
was the first time you met me when we were
I mean, that goes without question. When the NBA All-Star Weekend was here in 97. 97, 98.
I wasn't in Ohio.
So it was at the Gund, and that was Kobe's rookie year.
Oh.
And he was in the All-Star game. But he was, you know, so he was here for the weekend because he was in the dunk contest.
Right, right.
And in the game.
Did he win that? Did
he won the dunk contest. Okay. Yes, he did. And I remember me and my uncle.
He didn't have a shoe his rookie year, did he? I don't think he did. Was he even wearing Nikes at that point?
No, he started off in Adidas.
I was about to say, I thought he was wearing Adidas at first.
I kind of like those better than the Nike ones.
I wonder how hard those Adidas are to find.
I have a pair.
That he was wearing. Do you?
Crazy 8s, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But so I remember me and my uncle being at Tower City, and like everybody knows my obsession with Kobe Bryant, like my all-time favorite player, and so I was like 7th, 8th grade. So old enough to where I was like I knew who he was, but like young enough where I could still be considered a kid. To get his autograph. And I'm kicking myself in the ass for it now. Like that young, I was still in the mindset like, hey, he's not here for that reason. And I remember
that's a solid mindset.
I remember completely being starstruck, like, oh my God, like he's here. Like he's at Tower City eating. Like who does that?
That's a good frame of mind to have though. Like you realize that's not what he's here for.
And my uncle was like, yo, just go ask him. I'm like, yeah, but I don't want to be that person. Like he's like, you're a kid. He was like, he's probably hoping someone goes over and asks for his autograph. I was like, yeah, but I don't want to be that guy.
I don't know if he was
like, well, not hoping, but like there was nobody around him. It was him and obviously like,
oh, well then
his people.
Well, rookie year, he might have been. He might have been hoping. You never know.
True. I mean,
like rookie year, you kind of want.
Like you could tell people knew who he was, and like every once in a while, you would like a person would go up to him. So, and he made it look welcoming, but it was still my mindset. Like, no, you know, he's here trying to just enjoy a meal at Tower City. Which trying
to enjoy himself?
Like, really, like Tower City. Like you're eating fast food, dude.
Of all places,
at least go to.
He was just at Tower City.
He was in the food court. Food? It was him and his however, his entourage were in the food court eating.
Oh,
it's Kobe Bryant in the food court at Tower City.
Just eating. What was he eating? Panda Express.
I have no idea. That was
Taco Bell. There wasn't many places. There was like Sabara. What is it?
Sabaro, Taco Bell, McDonald's.
Yeah.
Great steak and fries was there.
I think there was a Panda Express. Or something Panda Express adjacent, something like that.
But yeah, I just remember like I could have gotten Kobe's autograph, but I didn't because he wasn't in that particular.
That is hilarious.
Which obviously I'm kicking myself in the ass for it now, but
100% you should be. I mean that's okay. That's all right, man. You were respectful. It's better to have a respectful story than Kobe cursed me out, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's you did. Yeah. I think you did the right thing. As a child, you did the right thing.
I mean, like I said, I was like,
there's a lot of people that wouldn't have done that.
Like 7th, 8th grade, so. But
yeah, that was his rookie year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
How good was he his rookie year?
I mean, he was good. I mean, to me, he was good. I mean, he wasn't. I don't think he was like Kobe his rookie year. Yeah. But like LeBron wasn't LeBron his rookie year.
I mean, he wasn't scoring 80 points.
I mean, they were obviously better than some of the rookies, but like your normal rookie.
That's a lot of pressure for a rookie.
Even LeBron wasn't like, LeBron.
Coming on as a rookie and like them just expecting you to take them to a championship.
Yeah, right.
Like, dude, you're 18.
Yeah.
You could barely drive right now.
Yeah.
But
hey, you're supposed to take the team to the championship.
We need to talk about that on Sunday.
I know we got off.
Yeah, that's a Sunday topic, man. Yeah. Sunday topic for sure. One thing I do want to talk about, and I know we jump around topics so much. We'll touch on one and then jump to another place.
I mean, you got the king of tangents as your co-host. So, I mean, I have to do this. Old Peppy No Neck is in the building.
Oh, Peppy No Neck. Oh, is that? Oh, yeah, he is.
Yeah,
he is.
Yeah, Michael.
He said, I'm watching. Hi.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. What's up, Dad?
Did he wave with a black hand?
I don't know. No, mine it's yellow.
Oh, mine is black.
Oh, whatever. Mine is yellow.
Look at old Peppy No Neck, all inclusive.
Yeah. Unless maybe it's how you like on mine. I don't have like the colored emojis. It's just yellow.
Oh, see,
you know what I mean?
I have the ones with.
So color. Maybe it like however it is just shows up on whatever you have.
I have the ones with color.
Like I never changed mine. I mean, I could change mine, but
you don't want to.
No.
Yeah, on mine.
I don't mind the yellow.
On mine, he definitely.
To me, I can't offend nobody if it's yellow. Oh my god.
I mean, you could.
I might pick the wrong tone for myself, and somebody might call me out. So
it's possible to offend somebody if you're using yellow. I'm sure it's possible.
I'm sure
someone. Well, people will get offended by almost anything. But then at the same time, remember I said before, sometimes people are overly sensitive, and sometimes people are assholes.
Yeah.
So it's like it's like one of those things where you kind of got to know, what you're getting into. Andre said on his screen it's yellow too.
Okay.
Maybe my laptop is prejudice.
What?
Maybe my laptop is like, listen, all emojis coming in this thing are black. Like all the emojis coming through here are going to be. Oh man, my Peppy No Neck said respect the old people. Of course.
I don't know what that means, but
listen,
or what that has anything to do with.
Has everything to do with everything, sir. This is what. Speaking of respecting old people, let's talk about this social media worth.
I don't exactly know what that means.
That's all right, man. That's the segue of the year.
Okay,
it's a segue of the year. We're so. It's another thing that I got to thinking about today. Remember how the other day we were talking about people parlaying their social media into bigger and better things, or moving into different directions. I did a shoot over Sunday.
Okay.
So once I found out that Cam was hurt and wasn't going to be able to make it, we weren't going to be able to do the sports show. I did I went and shot some footage for a friend of mine, DJ Kid Genius, AKA Streetwear Chef, AKA Evan. He's an amazing chef.
Okay.
And we basically shot footage for his pseudo cooking show, also his cooking vlog or his cooking channel.
Okay.
And I was there with Church, Kevin, AKA Church, with a K. It's spelled with a K.
Okay.
CHURKH.
Okay.
Instead of CH. Yeah, it's
right.
pretty dope.
Okay.
I always thought the U was replaced by a V, but I was wrong. Because there's a group called Church.
Okay.
And the U is a V.
Okay.
So we were talking about TikTok, how TikTok is now kind of, they got like 40 something days, but now 40 something days, unless they get bought by an American company, But then there's talks that even that's not going to save it. Like even then it's probably still going to get banned. And so one of the things that I felt like was a lot of the people that are really upset about it are the ones that were making money for doing nothing.
Yeah, for sure.
And here's what I mean by that. And he kind of went along with me on this. There's a lot of people that are on TikTok or got quote unquote famous on TikTok, right? And then parlayed that into multiple streams of I don't want to say revenue, but multiple streams of exposure.
For sure.
So you get famous on TikTok, and then you turn that into a YouTube following, and you turn that into an Instagram following. You know what I mean? So you have multiple streams coming in, and then you have multiple avenues in which to get your content out there. And then there's a lot of people that got quote unquote famous on TikTok, and that's all they do.
Yeah.
Or they had been trying on other platforms and failed, but then got to TikTok, and then all of a sudden they're getting all these views. Yeah. So then my question is, well, what is that worth? If you're not monetizing, then what is the worth of having tons of views,
nothing,
tons of followers? See, that's what I think.
If you're not gonna use your views and followers, especially if you have that many.
Yeah.
If it's like you've told me the story of the one person you know who literally has like 60,000 followers. Yeah,
60-something thousand.
But then
followers.
is bitching about money.
Yeah, but
like
doesn't monetize.
You have 60,000 followers.
Companies would pay good money
just for your followers.
60,000 eyes on their product. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's people on TikTok with millions of followers, and they get millions of views.
Yeah.
You got to figure the amount that a company pays for an ad on TV just for, let's say, 1 million people to see it,
right,
is a ridiculous amount of money. And it's not even guaranteed that all those people are going to watch the commercial.
I mean, there's some during the Super Bowl for like a 15-second spot is like what?
Millions
of dollars, if not
millions.
Like,
millions of dollars.
And that's for like a 15-second commercial. Like,
yeah, that's for a fraction of time. That's for literally a fraction of time. And yeah, so like I was like, yeah, a lot of the main people that are super upset about TikTok going away are the ones that didn't parlay it into something else, or that was where they actually got a following.
Yeah.
Like they tried to make YouTube content, didn't work. They tried to Twitch, didn't work. Tried Instagram, didn't work. Got on TikTok, started making some funny videos, and then got a huge following. But then that falls back to what I said before. Okay, now you have the following. People see you, start parlaying it in other places. Yep. Start telling people, yo, go to my Instagram, go to my... Once people are following you and become fans, if you will, they want to see you succeed.
Yeah.
The fan business is a lot like pimping. So you know how I mean, it really is, though. It's a lot like pimping. Like pimps find people that want to see them succeed, so they're willing to do whatever it takes for their pimp to succeed. You know what I mean? For them to be successful. Like when you really break it down.
Never really thought of it that way, but now it makes sense.
That's what's going on. They can. So in a typical,
they're willing to do that kind of job, not for them. Yeah, but for someone else.
Yeah. So they're putting themselves out there, selling themselves for someone else to get rich. Yeah, they take them along. You know, they put them up in a nice house. They do things like that. But they pretty much are doing that for someone else to get rich. You know what I mean? Any type of fan, usually that's what you're doing. When you're buying someone's CD, you're spending money so someone else can get rich. We like to see the people that I don't want to say look up to, but the people that we're fans of, we like to see them succeed. Yeah, exactly. Sure. The fighters that I'm fans of, I like to see them win, obviously.
Oh, for sure.
Which does nothing for my bottom line. You know what I'm saying?
No, but...
the artists that I like to see them succeed. The DJs that I like to listen to, I like to see them succeed. So once you have fans, your fans want to see you do better. I really don't think any fan wants to see the person they're a fan of in the same position that they were in this year being in that same position next year. You know what I mean? So like once you have these followers, AKA these fans, right? If you start to tell them, hey, I'm also in this other place, they'll go there.
They'll go there. They will find you.
Yeah. So it's really, you have to almost try to not parlay it into something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially if you're at the point where you got millions of followers, you're going to at least get a good amount of them to go to other platforms. Yeah. So, you know, it's kind of like what is the ultimate worth of it? What is the ultimate worth of a huge social media following if you're not trying to parlay that into some type of income?
I mean, I think it's worth however much you're willing to work for.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So whatever you're willing to
if
put
you don't
in.
do nothing with that, then it's worth nothing. But for someone who parlayed it into other platforms and then say somebody was like, hey, you got a lot of followers. I don't necessarily know how that whole thing works, but you know, a company comes along and says, hey, you got like X amount of followers. Will you show off our product for a set amount of money?
Right.
Then it's worth that much.
I know a lot of people that have gotten messages on their social media from companies, and you know, going back to the worth, exactly as you said, companies will say, hey, we want to either like, hey, we want to send you some product, right, to maybe feature on your page or something like that, like link up with us, or maybe we could do like a shout out, and they're like, you know, if they're not talking money, you know, I'm not doing it. I'm like, you're just starting.
You're just starting. Yeah, no one's going to throw you
a whole bunch of money when you're just
off
starting out. Yeah, especially smaller companies. Smaller companies can do what they can do. Yeah. So they might give you some product. They might give you, why turn down free clothes?
Right.
You know what I mean? No contract, no nothing. Right. You turn it down, free shit. Like, come on, fam.
I mean, I'm not necessarily doing it, but I wear pretty much all Nike.
Yeah, you and me both.
Not for no particular reason. It just, that's
I have a couple pair of Vans,
but it's like,
and a pair of Reebok pumps.
I would love if Nike would be like, hey, you want to try these shoes on? Do I get to keep them?
Yeah. Do I get to hold on to them?
Bet I will wear them.
I mean, they did that for, if I'm not mistaken, for like Greg got some, Glenn got some.
Well, but they were
doing things with them and doing a mural for them, and they were like, here's these. Right. I think Glenn got some really dope Kobe's, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Greg got a few.
Didn't he get the Off-White?
I think he got those. I think he got the LeBrons. Yeah, but like, you know, when you have a following, if you're not parlaying it, then what is the worth of it? You know what I mean? You're not putting any work into it. You're not trying to turn it into something else. So then what are you doing? Like, why do you even have the
pretty much wasting
like fans?
You
wasting your
busted your ass to get that many
fans, if you will.
Like you worked that hard or did whatever you had to do. Yeah. Obviously to get that many followers. Well, then do something with it.
One thing you'll notice, the only time I hate on
Belsky said he's a fan of ours, by the way.
Belsky. That makes Belsky the number one fan. That makes Belsky the number one fan because Goose didn't say anything.
Nope, he did not.
Wait. Hold on. Let me
is there going to be an argument now?
Goose didn't say anything, so that's 100% Belsky. Wait a minute. Belsky said I wear my Adidas. Okay, we might have to take a couple points off.
I mean that's
nah, fuck
Run
that.
DMC, man.
Nah, fuck that. Listen, Belsky's a good shot. Okay. He's keto. He's handsome. Fuck that. He's losing points for the Adidas. He can't have it all, sir.
I mean, I got a pair of shell toes.
But you're
a pair of Yeezys.
But you're not an amazing shot like freaking Belsky.
I've never tried to be.
Exactly. So I'm still
maybe
safe,
I can.
But we haven't found out yet. So right now you're still good.
At one point, I was a decent shot.
Decent.
Yeah.
Belsky's old Deadeye over here, so he can.
Some people are gifted.
Belsky can fuck all the way off right now. He was good. And then he brought up Adidas. You just had to rub it in, sir.
And he got a new truck.
Man, Belsky, fuck you.
You know what? This is not your podcast,
bro. Yeah. Oh, new truck, good shot, Adidas wearing ass.
Look, you want to be all that? Start your own podcast.
Oh, buzzing.
I'm
buzzing.
joking.
Don't say that because you know what? He'll do it and it'll be way better than what the fuck we're doing. And then I'm gonna have to come on his podcast and be like, man, I used to say Belsky can fuck all the way off, but now since I'm a guest on his show, oh man.
Yes, I know you're a good shot, Dad. You've also been shooting since before the wheel was invented, so it doesn't necessarily count.
I think Eli voted Belsky is the #1 fan. Yeah, I think Eli voted for him. Where's Goose? Goose hasn't come back, huh?
Yeah, he hasn't.
Look, Goose fell off, man. See, we thought
he's doing the
wait,
whole,
is wrestling on right now?
No, it's Tuesday.
Okay, so yeah, he has no excuse.
He's doing the whole boo thing, so
Oh, that's right.
He's engaged.
Right.
So.
Oh, that's right. That's right. My bad. Bro, I feel like everybody has marriage fever right now, man. So many people are getting married.
It's a beautiful thing. If it's if you
it's
found the one, it's a beautiful thing. I'm not gonna knock it.
I'm gonna knock it.
I mean, you can. Hey,
I'm not gonna knock it. I'm not gonna knock it on air.
You pretty much just did.
Did I?
You're saying you're not going to knock it on air is pretty much saying you knock it.
That was just practice for later, man.
Okay.
That was just practice.
All right.
Practice.
We're
talking about practice.
You know what I'm saying? Just for later. That's what we talking about for later.
Like me, I necessarily haven't found, well, not that I haven't found one and really haven't been looking, but like I'm not going to knock something just because I haven't experienced it. You know what I mean?
I don't think I've found the one. A couple of fives. And some sevens. You know what? I
thought I did at one point, and then that just turned out to be a disaster. So
oof, yeah.
I mean, you were
I was around for that.
Yeah,
I was along for that ride.
Yeah,
I'm not big on like the one thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's 7.1 billion people on the planet.
I meant just like if you found a person you want to spend.
Yeah.
Like it's a beautiful thing. Yeah. Like that's.
It is.
A lot of. I mean, most of my brothers like they're in the group like they're married and happily, and I am the #1 fan.
Let me ask you. Listen, I love it from afar. Let me ask you this.
Oh boy.
Do you think that marriages nowadays, in some cases, kind of last a shorter amount of time than marriages from like back in the day? Because like think about this, dude.
You know what?
There's people that got married in like the 50s that are still married to this day, and they're not even straight. There's guys that like think about it. There's guys that were gay that married lesbians just because at that time they were probably hunted or whatever, so they had to keep up appearances, right? Yeah. And they're still married to this day.
Really? I never,
bro. Really? So I'm not going to put any names out there.
Okay.
But I have a friend whose parents, his or her parents, are both like sexually attracted to opposite of what they're married to. So the mom is a lesbian. The dad is gay, and they got married. I don't know, maybe 50s or 60s or something like that, and they're still married to this day. They love each other.
Yeah, they're just,
but they're life partners.
Hey,
and they created a child.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But other than that, like he has someone that he has a long-term relationship that he's seeing, and she has a long-term you know what I mean. But they don't want to. Divorces, they're we don't want to get divorced, and I think about that, and I'm like, wow, dude, they've been married for like 50 fucking years.
I also feel that I can't speak of one because I haven't experienced it, but I'm around obviously people who are married.
Right, yeah.
Obviously, I've seen friends get divorced or whatever.
Everyone in my family's married,
but it's like
like all my sisters are married.
I feel maybe the older generation took it more serious.
Yeah.
So they they got married younger, which is why it seems like marriage lasts longer.
Yeah, so at that time you were an old you were old hag by like 16, 17. You were like you were usually married right out of high school.
And when I say
at least out of college, old hag, I mean
you know
the guys and the girls, obviously.
You know what I mean? Like I feel people started their life earlier.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got to figure like during the 40s, 50s, you went to high school and you usually had a career right out of high school, whether it was working in a factory or whatever. You had a career. You'd buy a house for like $15 or something like that. I don't know how much houses cost. Well, houses were like $1,000 or something like that back then. Yeah. So you bought a house and then like instantly you were like, okay, it's time to start a fucking family. It was like, this is what you had to do. I wonder how many of them were actually happy.
I have a question. Hey, Dad, if you're still in here, how long have you and Mom been, how old were you guys when you got married? I suck at math, so I can't do this.
I wonder how old they were when they met. And how soon after they met did they get married?
If you're still in here, Dad, those are a whole bunch of questions for you.
Emily said, people from our generation don't want to fix anything. They want to get
the new model.
The new model after a while.
I feel the older generation also worked to make marriages last way more than.
Listen, as many times as I fixed this damn laptop without getting a new model, I think I'm all right.
I mean, I could try to do this math. So I'm 36.
So they've been married for at least 36 years, unless they.
No, they got married in 82. I was born in 83.
Okay.
So yeah, they've been married for 37.
I mean, we could ask Siri. I'm gonna try it. Hey, wait, what? 83? You said 1983?
Oh wait, Mom was 22 and I was 24 and dating for 2 years.
So y'all met.
They've been married for 37 years.
So they got married at 22 and 24.
Yeah.
But they met at 20 and 22.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like they had me when they were 23 and 25.
So shortly after they got married.
So I'm thinking back to when I was 23 and 24. I was in no way, shape, and form ready for a kid or marriage.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean?
No.
So like that's the difference in time, or the difference in generation.
I was barely ready to move out when I was 20.
Right? Like
I was barely ready to work a job when I was.
Goes like I think it was just something that happened.
I mean, that's kind of how society was.
I'm not saying that nobody does that now.
Yeah. But I mean, it was super expected.
Yeah.
During that time,
you have to be.
You got done with school.
Yep.
You got a job.
Mm-hmm.
People didn't really. You were crazy if you chased dreams,
right?
You know what I mean. These were the crazy ones, the ones that were like, I want to be an artist. I want to be a painter. I want to do these things. So you got done with school. You started working at a career, not just a job. You didn't start working at Quickway or fucking.
Although. My dad's the outlier on that.
Is he?
Yeah.
What did your dad start doing?
I mean, he started at Ford his senior year in high school.
That's what I'm saying.
So he took
that's a whole ass career.
So like he took night classes.
Yeah,
I believe just so he could graduate with his class.
Yeah, but that goes exactly what I'm saying.
Okay.
So during that time, you didn't go work a side job. And go explore the world or go, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got a career. Yeah. Usually right after school, you got a career. For him, a little bit before the end of school, he got a career, got married, started a family.
Yeah.
Nowadays, there's people that don't start families till they're like in their 40s.
Yeah.
I mean, ain't nothing wrong with it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. There's
just different in time.
Yeah,
you know,
I feel like,
time,
honestly, I prefer this day and age, I prefer people to wait.
Yeah.
Because wait till you're stable. Wait till you have something that you can, Yeah. You don't want. I feel like there's too many people that just like. I know people that are just out here popping kids out. You know what I mean? Like I know dudes that have 3-4 kids, and I'm like, so, dude, you work at a shoe store, like what? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not hating on a shoe store, but you need to be doing more than that if you're trying to support 3 kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you work at the Regal Beagle, my dude. Like you're working.
Greg says no one's really ready for a kid. True.
Oh, Gregorig is in the house.
But I don't know. Maybe that wasn't the right way to phrase that. But
you know what? We might have.
There's definitely some preparing that goes into it.
We might have Greg on Thursday to do part 2, because Herb was supposed to come on, but he can't make it. We might have Greg on Thursday to do part 2, and we might have to get into that discussion. Like, yeah, you're right. Oh, I mean, some people are ready to have.
Some people are ready
to have kids. I mean, I'm sure it happens.
Yeah,
I'm sure not every kid is an accident.
Is unexpected.
Right. Just a bunch of happy accidents. That's all.
Right?
Just
happy
accidents. Yeah. I feel like right now, especially, man, a lot of my friends are they're just on a heavy marriage kick. Like they're all getting married to people that they don't even haven't known that long.
Yeah.
I feel like that's
the one
never
that gets
a good
me.
idea.
It's like,
yeah. Like, dude, you known this person for like an hour and a half. How are you getting married already?
Right? I mean, although Emily said her parents knew each other for 7 months and they've been married for 34 years. So sometimes it does work.
I wonder when was that? When did they get married?
Well, 34 years.
Yeah, 34 years
minus
ago. So
from 2020.
So like what?
So
80 something.
I suck at math.
Yeah, we not. This isn't the math podcast.
Nah.
It's 2
And
Endangered Mammals.
That would be 70 something, would it? No. Oh no, it would be 80s. Would it be
80s? Be in the 80s. The 80s were a different time, man.
Oh yeah, if my parents had been married for 37.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. See?
In the 80s.
Math. Horrible.
80s, you could still drink and drive.
You could.
Oh, your camera went out.
No,
Is there a
no,
battery? Is there a battery over there? Yeah, there is. Thank you, sir. Let me get that battery. That usually means we're at like the hour and some change mark. Whenever Pun's battery goes out in his camera, that usually means that we're at the point where it's we're like an hour and some change in. And for some reason my camera always lasts like way longer than this.
Because you're the
over
captain.
here. Or it could be just it's a newer camera.
Oh, that too.
It's just newer technology. Boom, there you go. You're back.
Yep.
Yeah, like 84. 84 was a different time. I mean, 84, like you had Breakfast Club, Revenge of the Nerds,
right.
You know what I mean?
All the good movies.
Good, yes. Problematic, yes.
Well, yeah.
There was some, Revenge of the Nerds, he raped a chick in a Darth Vader outfit.
He did.
I mean,
He did. Yeah.
16 Candles, he raped a drunk chick in the back of a Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
Just randomly.
Yeah.
Breakfast Club, he tried to shove his face into they showed an upskirt scene of like a high school girl.
Yeah.
You ever notice like 80s movies, there was a lot of like high school nudity. Like remember the movie Carrie?
Yeah.
The original one.
The original
was that
one.
80s or 70s? Was that late 70s, early 80s?
I
I think it was late
80s.
70s or early 80s.
I think it was early 80s.
There's like a whole shower scene,
Yeah.
like nude shower scene. And then like when you watch it now, when you realize these are supposed to be high school girls, you're kind of like, what the fuck am I? What the fuck is going on?
I mean, I remember when I was in high school. Shit was crazy.
He said,
So
shit was crazy.
I get what you mean though. Watching it, you're like,
Watching
I'm an
it?
adult and these are supposed to be high school kids.
Yeah, watching it with the idea, obviously they're adults because you can't show naked children.
Yeah, for sure.
So obviously they're adults,
Yeah.
but when you're watching it and you're under the guise of, there's a motorcycle going by, when you're under the guise of, okay, these are supposed to be high school kids, it makes it creepy, man. It makes it a little creepy. Kind of like, remember the
Belsky
movie?
says 76 for Carrie.
76?
Yeah.
So yeah,
So,
the
yeah,
70s was a different
that's-
time too.
Look, 70s, man. Peace. Look,
70s and 80s,
if
man.
peace, love, and rock and roll is the motto for your decade,
Yeah.
I feel just
Well,
you were
also-
going to have rules.
Also, wasn't the 70s like free love?
yeah.
like-
So it's like,
Just fuck fest
yeah,
1970. Just fuck.
Woodstock. Like, come on.
Yeah. What's oof?
Like, I don't think you could really. I think you could. Like, we could just like
Wasn't
pardon
a
the
lot, wasn't
70s.
Wasn't a lot of bathing during that time either. A lot of afros though. I can't hate on that. I wouldn't have my hairstyle if it wasn't for the 70s. Yeah, Carrie came out in 76. That's a creepy fucking movie, dude.
It is.
That movie's creepy as shit. That movie, I remember being a little kid and seeing that movie on TV and it freaking me the fuck out. Like, I was like, what the fuck is this? What the hell is happening? Why is she covered in blood?
Yeah, right?
Like, why is her mom crazy? What the
That's
fuck?
why, like, I always tell people, like,
and then there was titties, and I was like,
right,
oh,
hey. Yeah. All right, this has gotten a whole hell of a lot better.
When I was younger than the characters in the movie,
right?
It was all good.
Oh, yeah. It was like, hey. Woo.
Yeah, after 21, I was like, wait, whoa. These are supposed to be what?
Yeah, right? But yeah, like, I don't know, like, that's why I always say, like, when I was younger and even now, like, the slasher movies, like,
yeah.
Like, Freddy, Michael, like, Halloween, that's my favorite.
Yeah.
But it's like, I watch them obviously because, you still get jumpy.
Right.
But like, even when I was little, like, I was never afraid of Freddy. I was never afraid of Michael Myers or Jason.
Freddy had a lot of personality.
Yeah.
I feel like the Nightmare on Elm Street movies were less about the frights and more about Freddy's personality.
True.
Except for, was it part 2? Which one was super gay?
I forgot which. I never
like
really.
It got voted.
I've watched them, but I just never really.
I believe it was part 2. It actually got voted
Oh.
as the gayest horror movie. And
Oh.
not in a diss kind of way.
Yeah.
But it was a very so. I was watching the documentary about them, and they were saying when they were making it, they were like, "Why is everybody saying that? Like this is a like like a super gay movie. Like we don't understand." And then they said when they watched it back,
Yeah.
they were like, "Oh." Like there's a coach in it, right?
Yeah.
Who is just like BDSM to the max. And then there's a scene where he's in all leather, assless chaps with a leather vest and gets strapped, like tied up in the shower and like whipped.
Hey, Pop. We know it wasn't the 80s. I specifically said, if peace, love, and rock and roll is the motto of your decade in the 70s, then probably no rules apply. Nowhere were the 80s mentioned. But hey, you are paying attention.
Thanks
so
for
I guess
contributing, though. Thanks for contributing.
I guess,
Goose said the remake sucked. The remake of Carrie?
Yeah.
Which one? Because there's actually 3.
There are 3 remakes.
There's
of
like, I believe there's 2
If he's talking
or
about
3.
Carrie.
I think he's talking about Carrie.
Okay.
Because there's, unless he could be talking about the remake of Nightmare on Elm Street. Because that sucked as well.
Yeah.
That was hot garbage. And the actor that played Freddy, I love him. I thought he was great as Rorschach.
Yep.
But as Freddy Krueger,
Yeah.
the whole story, what they did with it, it was just kind of like,
Yeah.
nah.
Like, I remember watching it and just like, wow, like you kind of trashed the whole series.
The whole premise of the series.
Yeah.
The whole Friday, Nightmare on Elm Street kind of jumped the shark at the point that wasn't Johnny Depp in one of them?
That I don't know.
Yeah, I think he was in like number 3, or maybe he was in number 1. He was in number 1.
Okay.
He was the boyfriend in the first
okay.
one. Yeah, that was Johnny Depp. Yeah, I think the reason why it wasn't actually scary was because Freddy Krueger has a lot of personality.
Yeah.
He's very personable. He makes you laugh. Like, so
True.
I spent most of my time laughing at the crap that he said.
Yeah.
As opposed to like being scared of him. Which brings up a funny conversation I had the other day.
What I was getting to though was that like the movies I was scared of. Was scared of.
I was scared of.
And I still am actually. Like the movies that get me like, oh shit, like should I be watching this by myself? Or like the paranormal movies.
Oh,
not like Paranormal Activity 1, 2, 3, but like anything that deals with like spirits or
right.
So like The Conjuring, House on Haunted Hill, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or Haunted Hill House, or however, whatever.
Yeah,
it
House
is.
on Haunted Hill. Yeah.
Like any of the Nun.
Wait, I think House on Haunted Hill was it Taye Diggs in that movie?
I'm not sure.
If I'm not mistaken, House on Haunted Hill was the first horror movie that I remember that the black guy survived to the end, and it had Taye Diggs. I think you might be thinking of a different one. of a different movie.
Well, no, I mean it's still a paranormal movie.
Yes,
That's what I meant. So like
Yes.
any of those movies,
Yes.
The
Yes.
Nun, fuck that movie. Not like it's good, but yeah,
nuns are creepy.
I watched it. Every light on.
Oh, really?
I'm a grown ass man. Every light on. Every light.
He's like, I'm a whole ass adult, man.
Every light. I slept with a light on.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to think if I've had a movie that is really, because I love horror movies, man. I'm trying to think of one that really had me shook like that. None really like that.
Yeah.
The thing that gets me, so like obviously like body horror movies,
Yeah.
like I can handle those, but it's like, ooh, like if somebody gets their Achilles tendon cut, I'm like,
Oh yeah, that
yeah,
Like
but
Hostel?
but it's yeah, whoo, damn it, Hostel.
There was a
there's
was
like
it-
there's
was it
like
the
there's like
movie?
3 of those.
Yeah,
too.
but I think it was called like it was like they were at like a wax museum.
Is it called Wax Museum?
It could be. I don't
Wait,
know.
is that the one that had Paris Hilton in it,
Yes.
where the black guy died in the trailer?
I see. Wasn't paying attention
He
to
died
that.
in the trailer.
But the movie, like, there's a part where the bad guy or whoever it is
Yeah, yeah.
comes up like through the floorboards, like remove some of them and slices the back of dude's freaking Achilles, and like that whole part, like that.
House. Belsky said it's House of Wax.
There you go. Thank you, Belsky. That's why you're the
And
number one
Goose
fan.
Goose said Child's Play was awesome.
Child's Play was cool, but the whole doll thing, like,
I mean, the thing about Child's
although the Chucky stairs,
yeah.
I think that's what that movie did was.
Well, the thing I'll say about Child's Play is, again, it was one of those movies where Chucky had a lot of personality.
Yeah,
So it was, for me, it was less frightening because, you know, his personality did a lot.
Although when one of your uncles pulls your feet at your grandma's house, going up from you're like 7, 8 maybe, I don't even know, and you go into your grandma's creepy ass fucking dungeon basement.
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. I feel like I never watched horror movies in the environment that you did. Like, you're watching it in creepy ass places.
I went down there to get, because that's, you know, back in the day, that's where you kept the pop.
Okay.
You know, so like, of course.
Wait, the pot?
Pop.
Oh, pop.
Like
Okay.
Soda.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. Okay. No, I
So-
didn't know if you said pot or
That
pop.
too. It's dark. It's
all
cool.
downstairs. All that is downstairs.
I'm not saying I know how to do it, but I heard that's, you know, dark, cool places is, you know. Anyways, so, you know, you go down to get the pop,
Right.
and then you coming back up, and your uncle wants to be, oh, I'm funny, and grabs your legs through, because, you know, my grandma's steps back in the day, like, they didn't have, they were the Chucky stairs.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
he was behind the stairs, and when I went up, he grabbed my
He
legs.
grabbed you. Did you fall?
He grabbed my leg. So not only did I fall, but I was freaked the fuck out. Because I didn't know he was down there.
That's a heart attack.
I didn't know he was down there.
Yeah, that's a heart attack waiting to happen.
Thought my dad was gonna.
Why would you do that?
Because he thought he was funny.
He figured out right away that it wasn't. He
No.
was like, probably shouldn't have did that. Shh, don't tell your mom. Don't tell
Yeah,
your mom. I was conversating with a buddy not too long ago, and he asked me a goofy ass question that people that are unaware just tend to ask. He was like, why do black people like horror movies so much? And I was like, well, I mean, first of all, I'm not sure that black people like horror movies any more than any other race. But of course, I had a smart ass answer for him, and I was like,
as you should have.
I was like, what's there not to like, man? It's a bunch of white people getting killed.
Look, I feel the exact same way.
Well, his response was, that's kind of racist. And I said, well,
No,
we
it's
didn't.
not.
I go, we didn't make the movies,
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I go, listen, the horror movie tropes,
Yeah.
they're not racist. It's not okay. So you can't call black people racist for the horror movie tropes that we make fun of.
Yeah.
Because we didn't make the tropes.
No.
The white woman falling when she's running from the that
For no reason? For no reason?
White guy made that.
Yeah.
I was like, and we don't bitch about the black guy dying.
No.
We make jokes about it.
Well, yeah, you might. Yeah,
we always make jokes about it.
Yeah.
And there comes a point to where it's like, really,
Okay.
really, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
can we survive once?
there was a movie not too long ago that came out called The Lazarus Project.
Oh yeah.
And it had Childish Gambino in it.
Yeah.
The trailer for that, I don't know if you ever watched the trailer. You know how we always joke, oh, we don't make it past the trailer.
Yeah.
He literally dies in the trailer. It's in the trailer. Like, I'm like, you're using him to sell the movie,
But yet
they show him
Yeah.
die. He gets yanked backwards into a locker, right? Then it goes to something else, and then they show the locker being crushed and blood coming from out the bottom of it.
Oh damn.
And we're like, okay, well, I'm not going to see this shit.
Yeah, right.
No Childish
Yeah.
Gambino. Well, we just saw his whole role
Yeah.
right there, like literally. So I told him, I was like, yeah, it's a bunch of white people.
Although if that was at the end, I mean,
if that was at the end, that's one thing. But no, it wasn't. But even if it was at the end,
yeah,
it's
but
like,
still, you know,
I know he dies in
in a
the
trailer, you shouldn't see anybody dying.
Anybody die.
Because then it's like,
Yeah.
even though it's a horror movie, you know people are going to die.
Yeah,
You shouldn't
see it.
go in knowing like, oh, okay, well, he
dies.
or
He
she
dies
is
in a
gonna
locker. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. So a side note, one thing I did find out, there's a reason that they spoil a lot of things in trailers. According to focus groups, people don't like going to see movies when they don't have an idea of what's like happening or going to happen. I know. People, but people tend to want to go see the movie if they have an idea of either A, what it's about, or like what they're in store for. So that's why in a lot of cases, like the people that make trailers purposely spoil things in the trailer. Like, remember the not the last Terminator movie, but the one before it, where like John Connor comes back from the future.
Yeah.
In the trailer, literally in the trailer, it shows that he's a fucking Terminator.
Yeah.
Like in the trailer.
Yeah.
And so like that would have been an awesome reveal.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like if you're watching the movie, you're like, oh shit, John
he's-
Connor, he gets to meet his mom.
Yeah.
Like this is great. And then all of a sudden he's a Terminator.
Yeah.
You're like, oh
What the
shit. But when you see it
Yeah.
in the trailer, it's like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he was like, he got highly offended. And I was like, dude, it's like, here's the thing.
Look, I can't even begin to tell you the amount of pleasure or like comic relief. Because it's like, look, only white people are that stupid in horror movies.
In horror movies, yes.
I feel I would be able to survive
100%.
that. Like if any horror movie scene was in real life,
100%.
I'd know not what to do just by watching a horror movie. Hey,
Yeah. First of all,
what's that noise? Let me go see. No, no, don't go see.
Rule number 1: don't be black after the credits. Don't do that. That's a no.
Don't be a blonde chick.
Don't be promiscuous.
Promiscuous.
We'll say promiscuous.
Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, blonde. Well,
Because
it's usually
a lot of times the last girl is also blonde.
True.
But
True.
she's like
Yeah.
the nerdy virgin, so
Yeah.
she makes it.
Yeah.
Which was a thing. So like
Yeah,
when
so-
they were coming up, they were trying to say that all these things are wrong. Like the cocky jock character,
Yeah.
he's wrong. The druggie, the stoner is doing something wrong. The quote unquote slut
Yeah.
is doing things wrong. So they all die except for the pure virgin chick.
True.
Which also kind of leads to like, oh, so they're saying that being black is wrong.
Right.
Even more so than all the other stuff because we die first. Except for
Busta Rhymes.
Busta Rhymes and Night of the Living Dead. I think
Night
that
of
was
the Living Dead,
I think that was the first time. But he still died. He just died last.
Who?
The black guy.
Oh, in Night of the Living Dead.
Night of the Living
Yeah.
Dead, the original, the black
Okay.
and white one.
Yeah.
So he becomes like basically the lead. He becomes the leader of everything. And then at the very end, he gets shot in the fucking face. He's not even turning. He just gets shot in the He made it through all that.
Yeah.
He gets shot in the face. So
Belsky also says Scary Movie lays out all the rules.
yes.
And that they do.
Yes, it does.
They do.
Yes, it does. And it kind of fucked it up for a lot of movies.
Yeah.
Because even after they laid out all the rules, a lot of movies kind of still stuck with the same tropes.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, it's all right, but it's like at some point, it's pretty bad when I go on Netflix and I want to watch a movie. And if there's characters that I like in it,
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not watching it because I know all of these people are dying
Yeah.
except for this one chick. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like we can move past the final girl. That's the thing that Nightmare on Elm Street, I believe it was number 2. That's the thing that it flipped on its head, because instead of a final girl, there was a final dude.
Yep.
And he was basically like the weakest of everybody in the freaking movie. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think we can move past the final person. But the trope is the final girl. There's always the final girl.
Yeah.
Like no matter what, there's the final girl. I think we can move past that and just have the final people.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with a group of people making it out. I'm all right with that. I'm cool with it. You know what I mean? Also, another thing is a lot of independent horror movies. Everyone dies. Like nobody makes it out. That's why
independent movie.
I used to love indie movies, and then I started noticing patterns. Like everyone's gonna die. There's gonna be a lot of rape, and like if not everyone dies, you're gonna be left at the end of the movie feeling like you just shot your dog. Yeah, you know what I mean? Sure. So it's like. I'm like,
I really don't want to feel like that.
Yeah, the indie scene isn't doing it for me.
I remember watching not the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but when they rebooted it with Jessica Biel, I think she was in the first one.
Jessica Biel in it. Yeah,
like I remember watching that movie. Like, how the hell? Because I like in the group
when the cameraman was all up in her ass for like 3 minutes, I started feeling creepy. I was like, man, I need to fast forward or something.
I remember so in the movie, her boyfriend,
the dude with the long chin.
Yeah, Leatherface wears.
Yeah. He had brown hair. He had a long chin.
And then there was 3 dudes. There was kind of like the dorky, nerdy dude.
There was a blonde dude, and then long chin.
So it's long. We'll call him long chin. And the blonde dude. Like I remember watching like. There's no way in hell because like they were, even the people they were like the character they were playing.
Yeah.
They were like the strong.
Yes.
Athletic.
Exactly.
And like again, I've never been in that situation, but I remember watching a movie like there's no way in hell those 2 dudes would have been killed that easily. You know what I mean? Like
that simply.
They would have at least known what to do on how to fight back.
Something. They would have did something.
Yeah.
Unless they got blindsided. I think one of them got blindsided.
I think the blonde hair dude did.
Did he get blindsided?
I think they both get blindsided.
Yeah.
But it was just like I just remember watching it like okay, I get it. You're in an unfamiliar territory, but it kind of happened way too easy.
You know the times that I wouldn't have a problem with the final girl, if they cast someone. It's kind of like the same way I feel about a lot of action movies, like a lot of female-led action movies. I feel like for a long time, first of all, a lot of action movies in general are super unbelievable. You know what I mean? Like if you look at a lot of the old Arnie movies, a lot of the Sly movies and stuff like that, dude, Arnold Schwarzenegger is driving in a car, shooting a machine gun like this while he's driving, and people are just dropping. It's like
you don't even know where you're shooting, bro.
It's like, come on, fam, come on. And then so there's a lot of like, so it got to a point to where a lot of the female-led action movies, I feel like in the 2000s they took a turn to where they started becoming super unbelievable for me. And mainly because I'm like, I don't believe that this chick can beat up these people that she's beating up. Now, keep in mind, so my growing up, right, one of my favorite action stars was Cynthia Rothrock. Okay. And if people don't know who she is, she's like a staple in 90s action. She was like the person. Yeah. She was one of the first women that was super capable of using, there was a bunch of like Chinese weapons that typically women weren't great at using. Okay. And she was one of the first women to actually master a few of them. Okay. She was a beast. Yeah. She was a beast. And then also growing up, my favorite kickboxer and my first like childhood crush was Kathy Long, who was a beast. Yep. Like she was like the blueprint for a lot of the fighters, a lot of the women fighters today. Yep. She was a beast. And then when she got into movies, I was like, oh shit, like like Kathy Long's doing movies, so I gotta watch all of these, right? Of and like when I watched them, I've never experienced like watching a woman in an action movie and not believing it until the 2000s, because growing up, these are the women that I watched, and these were actual martial artists. I've seen Kathy Long knock people the fuck out. You know what I mean? She was a Muay Thai champion, like a world champion. Like I've seen her knock people out. Cynthia Rothrock was, I think, a multi-time champion and I believe she did kickboxing and a few other things as well. So it's like I watched them, and that, like, to me, that was just the same as watching these other ones. In fact, more so believable because they can fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, Arnold can't fight. He's big, but he can't fight. So when I see him fighting, when I see Arnold Schwarzenegger fighting somebody, an expert martial artist, and he just dispatches him like it's nothing, I'm like, that's kind of bullshit. You know what I mean? Yeah. When I see Sylvester Stallone beating up, you know, somebody who is clearly a trained assassin, I'm like,
Yeah, but I mean,
like, I'll go with it.
But it's like, okay, but that's defeating the whole purpose of acting.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's like they're,
and at least they were athletes, if you will, right?
Not even that. It's like, you know, if you're playing a role, like the Expendable movies, for example. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, they're okay. The stories aren't great.
The stories aren't great,
but the movies are what they are. If you like action and just stuff blowing up,
I will say this though: everybody in the Expendable movies, like, my disbelief doesn't need to be suspended as much because they're all like trained.
True.
You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
Dolph Lundgren has trained boxing, kickboxing, MMA like for a long time.
Yeah.
Obviously, fucking Jet Li was
Li.
literally a Shaolin monk.
Yeah.
Like literally. You know, Sylvester does what he does. Jason Statham is a lifelong martial artist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What I was talking about is like when we start getting like Tomb Raider with Angelina Jolie. You know what I mean? I'm like,
but again, she's playing a part.
She's playing a part, but
her character is trained.
I can't suspend my disbelief to believe that she could take a punch. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's what makes it hard for me. I feel like action movies, there should be less glamour. You know what I mean? Like, just because you're a hot commodity, we're going to just throw you in some action movies. You know what I mean? And if you're not willing to, you know, kind of do the work, you know what I mean? You have people that could have played those roles. And in my opinion, you know, if you're going for looks, look better. Fucking Gina Carano.
Yeah, hell,
you know
what
what I mean?
better.
Shit, I used to say if Gina Carano doesn't play Wonder Woman, dude, I'm boycotting.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because like, if there ever was a Wonder Woman, it's Gina fucking Carano.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Her movie Haywire, dude, I love that movie.
That movie was awesome.
And she beats the shit out of everybody.
Yeah.
And there was never a moment to where I was like, nah. Even when she takes a punch,
Yeah.
I was never like, because I've seen her.
I've seen her take a punch.
I've seen her take a punch from Cyborg, which is basically the same thing.
Yeah.
Cyborg probably hits harder than me. So, like, you know, I've seen it. So even though I'm not a fan, even seeing Ronda Rousey in action movies, I can do that because I've seen her take a punch. Not well, but I've seen her.
You mean head kicks?
Yeah, I've seen. Oh God. Whew, Sunday. But I've seen her fight. You know what I'm saying? So like, I feel like when people start, you know, taking these action roles, do something to look, at least look the part. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like if you're throwing a kick and I'm looking at it and I'm like.
So what's your take on the Fast and Furious movies then? Because they have come from car racing to obviously
being fucking superheroes.
Being like superheroes.
Yeah,
which
basically they're
me
superheroes
and Will
now.
And
I'm here for it.
Oh, I am too. It's probably my favorite.
I'm waiting for them.
Besides Star Wars, it's probably my favorite saga.
Oh yeah, I'm waiting for them to either A, go to space, or B, go to Jurassic Park.
Me, Carlos, and Will came up with the idea that at some point these motherfuckers better be fighting the Avengers. Or at least a crossover.
I would think they'd kind of have to, wouldn't they?
Or at least a crossover.
Yeah, somebody has to show up in one of the other movies.
Like,
I mean, shit. In Hobbs, Hobbs and Shaw?
Right.
Idris Elba was Superman.
He pretty much was Superman.
What did they infuse him with? Some fucking that's. They're ridiculous.
And I'm, again, all for it. Yeah. Like, make them as ridiculous as you can.
Well, here's the thing about it too. When like these fight scenes and stuff, I can believe that Vin Diesel is fighting the Rock. I can believe that. I can believe that what's Letty's name?
Michelle Rodriguez.
Yeah. Dude, Michelle Rodriguez is a bad chick.
She is, yeah.
Like, so she's tough as nails. So when she gets in a fight with
Ronda Rousey,
she fights Ronda Rousey. Yep. She also fights Gina Carano.
She does a little
one
bit.
of them.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's like, when I look at Michelle Rodriguez, I'm like, she could take a punch.
I get what
you
you're
know
saying.
What I mean?
Now.
She could take a punch. Ronda Rousey can't punch that hard anyway, so she could take a punch.
Yeah.
Now, do I believe Michelle Rodriguez can beat Ronda Rousey in a fight? Probably not.
No, but what I'm like,
but for the
I wouldn't expect her in real life, but in the movie,
I'll take it. In the movie, I'll take it.
Maybe my mind just doesn't go there. You know what I mean? Like if I'm watching a movie, I'm just like, okay, well, they're playing a part. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
Her character is that trained and whatever.
Yeah, exactly. So here's the thing: just as if an actor is playing the part of a British person, right?
Okay.
And their accent is suspect, it takes you out of it.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
So they're playing the part of somebody who is trained.
Okay.
But they don't look like they've trained at all.
All right.
That's
I
what
get
I'm
what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not just crapping on the men and women that are playing
I wasn't
these parts.
saying you
yeah.
were,
So like
okay,
if they take the
now.
part and it happens with guys as well, man. Like there's guys that take parts and they're supposed to be somebody who has trained martial arts their whole life.
And then it looks
and they're throwing these kicks and I'm like, what the fuck was that?
Right.
Like what like what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like they throw an arm bar and the shit's all loose and I'm like, what?
Like, I can get out of that.
Yeah, what are you doing, man?
That's not how Tiger taught me.
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
So like, I just want, like if I'm watching an action movie and the person who is playing this role
Take pride in it.
take pride in it.
Okay.
Case in point, I can't think of his damn
Real
name.
quick, getting back to the Fast and Furious things.
John Wick.
Oh yeah.
Fucking
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves trains his ass
does.
off like all the
Like,
time.
yeah.
Even when they haven't announced the movie, he's still training.
I love
so
that.
So when I watch him, I'm like,
oh yeah, you are John Wick.
Yeah. Like this is, you know what I mean? Even Tom Cruise, right?
Yeah,
Tom Cruise does all his own stunts.
Yep.
So when I'm watching it, it may not be clean,
but
he's doing it. And I'm
it.
like, okay.
Yeah.
Which is, part of the respect that I give to Sly Stallone. In a lot of the Expendables movies, he's doing a lot of his own shit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I see him doing it. So that helps with me suspending my disbelief. If I see you doing it,
Okay.
I can work with that. If I clearly know it's a stunt double.
Yeah, then it's
Like if you're throwing a kick and the kick is all high, but they're showing you from the back, so I know it's not you, then I'm like, come on, buddy.
All right.
Come on, buddy.
back to the Fast and the Furious movies about making them ridiculous.
Right.
I mean, spoiler alert, because it was supposed to come out already. They're expecting me to believe that John Cena is somehow Dominic Toretto's brother.
Yeah.
Well, not John Cena. Like he's playing the part.
They announced that, right?
Yeah, it's in the movie. I mean, it's in the trailer. So
yeah, that's
so it's like, wait a second, like so this saga has been going on for.
How do you think they're going to explain Han coming back?
I have no idea. I'm for
he's
it.
like there.
I'm for it.
You think it's an imposter?
See, I don't. Someone brought up the point that you don't see him in the car when it blows up.
You don't see him out of the car either. So
True.
Yeah, they're right. They're right.
But
You don't see him in the car when it explodes.
That puts the
thought that he could have.
Thought that he or someone could have.
I mean, that fucker flipped over and it was.
It did. And when you do see him, he was like stuck.
Yeah, he was kind of pinned
So
in there.
someone either then yanked him the fuck out, or
let me ask you this: do you think that they're going to try to explain it away so that Jason Statham like crashed into him, but then pulled him out before the shit blew up? It was like, listen, you got to go into hiding. I had to do this.
maybe.
I had to kill you because they had my brother or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
So I had to do this, yada, yada, yada. You think they'll try to explain it away that way?
Could be because now
just
it's
so
like
so we like them a little more.
They are a team.
Yeah.
Like Jason Statham now is part of the team.
And
so,
he's the one that killed Han, so.
And after 8, there was no
bad blood at all.
Yeah, it's like, okay, so this dude killed your boy.
And this is supposed to be family.
But now
you killed my family.
Yeah, but now he's saved
family.
my baby because he saves Dom's baby.
Yeah. I wouldn't.
Him and his brother.
I wouldn't give a fuck. I'd still want to kill him.
Yeah, him and his brother.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So it's like, are they part of the team now? Are they
makes you wonder?
Are they like outsources? We're like, hey, we're not. Clearly, we don't like each other, but you helped us. We might need you again. Are they like that, or are they just officially part of the team?
I don't know. I'm thinking they're probably just part of the team now.
That's what I'm thinking.
They would have to be, and then they have to go up against John Cena.
Right? It's like I'm so this saga has been going on since 2000, I think was the first. 2000 or 2001 was the first one.
Goose said no because they show him. That doesn't make sense. They show him shot. Oh, they show him shoot Han, but still didn't show the body. He shot Han?
He didn't shoot Han.
Yeah, he didn't shoot Han. They showed him hit Han.
They showed him hit
he crashed
Han
into him,
and
but he didn't shoot him.
But they just show, and in Tokyo Drift, you don't even know at that time it's Jason Statham's character.
Yeah.
So you don't see
I
anything.
feel like they shoehorned that in later.
Yeah, they shoot it in for.
Did they? So when he originally got hit,
you just see the car.
Yeah,
and
so
then you don't even see him.
Yeah, it's like he ran a light and
the car
somebody was just
T-boned
driving
him,
and smacked right into him. Yeah,
and then car blows up. I think you see him like in the car, like, oh fuck, I can't get out.
Yeah, they show the car. They
up.
show the car upside down and him like kind of stuck in there, and
then it blows up.
Boom!
But it's not until. Was it 7 where you see Jason Statham when he calls
basically the
Dominic Toretto like, hey,
the reboot.
Yeah, like, hey, you don't know who I am.
Was that the end of?
Well, they do it in both 6 and 7.
Yeah,
like the end of 6.
What number was Tokyo Drift? Was that?
That was 3.
3?
Yeah.
So what did they do for number 4?
4 was when. That's 4 is kind of just all over the place. Because like in the beginning they start off and like they hijack the oil tanker trucks.
Yeah.
And at the end of that scene, that's when Dom tells Han, "Hey, we gotta go our separate ways."
Oh, wait a minute. In the beginning, he said in the beginning of the last one, they show Jason walk past the car and shoot at him.
Oh, might have to watch 8 again.
Yeah, maybe he shot at him, and then they're going to be like,
maybe that's what blew the car up?
Yeah, maybe they're going to be like, then he first pulled him out,
maybe,
and then went back and shot at the car. They got some splaining to do, but ain't nobody going to care. Nobody cares.
I'm not
nobody
even
cares
caring
how Han got back. It's
right?
just
the
that
fact
Han
is
got back.
Han is back.
Yeah. Nobody cares about how or the why.
No one's going to care about, and I'm sure how they've done everything. It's going to be far-fetched, but you're going to be like, oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
How long before they bring Lil Bow Wow back? Before they bring Lil Bow Wow up in the scene. They brought that the hillbilly dude up in there.
Yeah, but for like 2 seconds.
Yeah, they tried to de-age him, too. That was
that was not,
that was terrible.
Yeah.
I was like, damn. Dude.
Which, you know what? He should be in it. I mean.
He should be.
You race Dom at the end.
He's a main character. I wanted to see the result of that race.
Yeah.
They never showed
and
that.
Hey, you were just as much as family to Han as I was.
Exactly.
We're about to work these dudes. You want to help?
Yeah. I think they should bring him in.
Yeah.
I bet you they'll bring him in.
Probably.
I bet you they'll bring him in a little bit. They need to bring in Bow Wow. They need to bring in Bow Wow, and they need to bring in...
what was his name in Tokyo? Was it Tricky?
I think so.
Or something like that?
Goose. What was Bow Wow's name?
Yeah.
In
Tokyo Drift.
In the movie. They also need to bring in the love interest from Tokyo Drift.
Yeah.
The Gaijin.
Yeah.
He said he'll be in the next one. He's supposed to be in the next one.
Oh, is that a joke?
Bow Wow. He said Bow Wow's supposed to be in the next one.
Unless.
Oh, he said number 4 was the Revenge of Letty's Death.
It was, yeah.
So that was the one where Dom and
they joined that cartel as drivers.
Yeah, and they drove through that fucking tunnel.
What I was getting at is like in the beginning of that's when Dom and Han go separate ways, and you find out Han's going to Tokyo.
Yeah.
But then,
so that's supposed to take place before Tokyo Drift.
4 kind of takes place before, during, and after everything.
Yeah. You know what? In the grand scheme of things, as far as like crappy movies go, they did a good job of tying everything together.
They did.
And I mean, let's face it, those aren't like great movies, but they're great movies.
Yeah, I know.
They're not like award-winning.
No,
you know what I mean. But I
don't think they were meant to be.
Yeah, I'm not watching them for that. That's why I don't like watching like reviews for them.
Yeah, right.
Like even the reviewers that I like to watch, they're always like, oh, but there's a couple of things and I'm like, listen, it's.
Oh, he said the country boy.
Oh, the country boy's supposed to be in the next one? Okay,
so
he'll be back. Maybe they'll have
still
him,
not answering the question.
Maybe they'll have him appropriately aged finally.
What Bow Wow's name is in Tokyo Drift, Goose.
What is Bow Wow's name in Tokyo Drift, Goose? Come on, man, help us out.
Belsky would be on top of it.
Number 1 fan, Belsky. They I think they should bring him back. They should bring back the lady at least.
They should bring back everybody who hasn't died.
Yeah, in real life.
Well, even in the movie life.
Everyone who hasn't died in the movie.
What happened to Leon from the first one?
Holy shit.
Fuck. He played a significant role.
Yeah.
And he's never been in.
He really
like, at least
did.
in the first one, okay, you see Jesse, he got shot.
Right.
Vince, we know what happened with him. He gets hurt, and then he pops up in 5 and then dies. But Leon is what happened?
He's still out there somewhere.
He's a bad guy. Oh. That's what I'm going with.
He's John Cena's partner.
That would be awesome.
That's how.
Think about it though.
He's the person that's feeding all the information to all the bad guys. That would be great.
I mean, he technically was the tech dude.
Yeah.
He was doing all the scanning, making sure the cops were cool for racing.
Wait, what happened to the Asian dudes from the first one? Did they kill them?
The main one dies.
He dies.
The cousin, you see him fall off, like the dirt bike when they're at the end.
Yeah.
And they're chasing Paul Walker and Vin Diesel are chasing them.
Yeah.
The cousin flies over that cliff and kind of falls.
But you don't
see know if he dies or not.
I'm surprised one of them didn't pop up in Tokyo Drift. Were they Japanese?
I mean, they were Asian. I don't know if they were Japanese or Chinese.
I should probably find out. I feel like they might have been Japanese.
But the main dude,
it's
Han?
a wrap for him. Yeah,
no, not Han.
The main bad guy from the first one.
First one, he died.
Okay.
Yeah, he died. Paul Walker shoots him.
Oh, okay, that makes sense then.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Leon was part of the team, and
whatever happened to part 2? Was it Eva Mendes in that?
Yeah, she was the DEA agent or something.
Yeah, why don't they bring her back? Or
Twinkie. Twinkie was Bow Wow's name.
Okay.
Twinkie.
They should bring Eva Mendes back.
They should.
Or the main bad from that movie. Remember how he went to jail and
he winked at Tyrese.
Yeah, he was like,
I'll see you soon.
I'll see you soon. They should bring him back out.
We're 6 movies from it and haven't seen you, dude. So
that actor though, that actor still looks good. He's still in good shape, so he could still play that role.
But even then, it's 6 years. You could project it out as far as you need for him to look age appropriate.
I think they should bring him back. I think they should absolutely bring him back.
But yeah, Goose has said that too. Is what? Leon,
yeah, Leon's just
there's
just out there.
It was just okay, hey, one's done, you're done.
That's all we needed you for.
Right?
Thank you. But thank you.
We don't need your scanning services no more.
Oh, I thought I was gonna be in the whole series.
Right? No.
Joke's on you, Jack.
Leon. Yeah.
The joke's on you. Have you seen that fake Fast and Furious movie with DMX in it?
I have not.
It's called the
Furious and Fast.
Literally, it's something like that. You know what? I'm gonna look it up. Hold on, for everybody listening. I'm actually just looking something up. Let me search DMX real quick and go to his IMDb. Why does it autocorrect to DRX?
How does it autocorrect anything?
Yeah, I hate autocorrect, man. It's so annoying. All right, let me try to find his.
It's look, I'm not trying to spell duck. I'm clearly trying to spell fuck.
Yeah, I've never once needed to say duck for
right?
anything. All right, his filmography. Oh, he wrote some of the lyrics for Hamilton.
Okay.
That's him on soundtrack. Let me see. On Chronicles of a Serial Killer. Fast and Fierce.
Oh God, that's so bad. You didn't even try.
The Fast.
You couldn't come up with Crick and Fierce. No, you literally just fast and shorten that word.
Oh my God, bro! And the cover art.
Yeah.
The cover poster looks like a Fast and Furious poster. It's ridiculous. And I think I was watching a review on it, and I think one of the characters from the original Fast and Furious is actually in this.
Oh, really? Maybe it's Leon.
Oh, who the fuck played Leon?
How shitty would that be?
What was that dude's name? Oh, this might be the dude right here. Nope, that's not him. But yeah, Fast and the Fierce, Death Race.
You didn't even try.
They didn't try at all. Release date 2020.
Oh God.
It's got 2.1 stars on
God.
IMDb. Not sure what it has on Rotten Tomatoes, but it looks terrible.
I mean,
you know what looks good is Lovecraft Country. Have you seen previews for that?
What is that?
So it's basically, H.P. Lovecraft.
Yep.
And you also know that he was notoriously racist. Mm-hmm. Well, somebody took a bunch of H.P. Lovecraft stories and put them to a new show with a mostly black cast.
Oh boy!
But it looks amazing.
Okay.
Like it looks amazing. Right. It's true Lovecraftian horror.
Okay.
And it just, like the lead. So I don't want to say it's not an all black cast, obviously, but it's set during a time
where.
And the main character is a black veteran.
Okay.
Comes back to his town to look for his dad.
Yeah.
And hilarity ensues. Not hilarity, but weird shit starts happening. Okay. So it deals with all that. And the town is actually a sundown town. I don't know if you're familiar with what a sundown town is. So if you've ever heard the term sundown, what that actually means, what a sundown town is a little bit of black history for people that don't know. What a sundown town is these were towns where during the day you were fine. If you were black you were in that town, you were fine.
Yes.
Once the sun went down, they literally tell you, be off the streets by sundown because you will die. And it's totally legal. Like you will die. And they almost treat it like, there's nothing we can do about it.
Yeah, right.
It's just what happens in the town when the sun goes down. So so it's also set in a sundown town.
Okay.
So there's a lot to it, man. It's supposed to come out, I believe Sunday. Is when the first episode is. So I'm gonna watch it.
All right.
And I'll let you know what I think. Have you been watching anything lately? I guess we're into the movie and TV review part of the show.
Somehow got I don't know.
You know what I've been watching on HBO, and it just the season finale just happened. Yeah. Do you remember Perry Mason? The show Perry Mason about I think he was like a detective and a lawyer. Mm-hmm. So there's a series now on HBO. Perry Mason. I think it's set in, I want to say, the 20s. Okay. Either the 20s or the 30s, one of the two. Yeah. And it's fucking good. Yeah. I didn't think it was going to be good, but it's good. It's very adult, right? Okay. So it's not like the television version. Okay. People are dying, people are dismembered. Yeah. It's pretty gruesome. But it's pretty fucking good, dude. It's pretty good. It shows how Perry Mason became a lawyer. A lot of things that, like, in the TV show, because I used to watch the TV show, like, I don't sleep much, so like 3, 4 in the morning. Yeah. If you don't have cable, there's usually not much to watch. Yeah. You got old episodes of Law and Order. And then like Hill Street Blues or some shit, and then The Heat of the Night comes on, and then Perry Mason would come on. And it had I want to say it was old dude from what the fuck was that show? Why is my camera blurry? Okay, it's back now. What the fuck was that show? With oh man, the dude had a son and he was the sheriff of the town. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Andy Griffith?
And the Andy Griffith show.
The Andy Griffith show?
The main guy from Andy Griffith
he
was Perry Mason. Yeah. So I used to watch that. And there was things that they would talk about. Like I remember them talking about how he fought in a war and he was a veteran. They talked about how he became a lawyer, what got him into law, but you don't really see it. Okay. This show goes, whole first episode is literally, he doesn't become a lawyer, spoiler alert. Yeah. He doesn't become a lawyer till like halfway through the season. Okay. You know what I mean? So the whole first few episodes, he's just an investigator for a whole other lawyer. So it's actually really good. Like I liked it a lot. I didn't think I would. And then obviously The Outsider. Have you watched that? You should check it out. Do you have HBO?
No.
I'll give you a login. It's actually really good. Really good. That season is done. I've been watching, obviously I watched The Rookie. Do you watch it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that show, dude. I love The Rookie.
I watched Blue Bloods.
I haven't watched Blue Bloods. Is it good?
To me, it's one of the better cop shows. Mm-hmm. Tends to, at least for me, because, we used to watch CSI Miami all the time and all that, like.
God, CSI Miami, dude. Like, if there was ever a show that you had to suspend your disbelief,
it was
it's
that.
fucking CSI
But,
Miami.
I mean,
but we loved
remember
it.
at the old house, like we would literally waste a whole day.
I bought the box set.
I know you did.
I bought the box set. Like I literally bought the box set. Like,
We were literally like we'd come over the house to do something, and then
It's like-
6 hours later,
CSI
we haven't
Miami.
moved.
Yep, haven't moved. Haven't moved at all.
Right?
Waiting for Horatio to say some wild shit and put his glasses
and
on.
phone calls like, "Hey, you guys still coming out?" Nope.
Nah, we're watching this CSI Miami, fam. Waiting for Horatio to say some wild shit.
But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like they're very up to date with today's climate, and they include it in the show.
Okay,
But it's believable. You know what I mean? Like, just because it's a cop show, it's not always the cops getting off free.
it's
not.
That's
you know
how
what I mean. So like, it's
that-
kind of, for me, it's kind of the more believable one,
Okay,
which I tend to enjoy it more.
you
So-
know the Rookie is a lot like that as
Yeah,
well.
The Rookie too.
The
Yep.
Rookie is a lot like that.
And-
I dig it a lot.
Tom Selleck plays a good part too.
I mean, Tom Selleck can
So,
almost do no
Yeah,
wrong.
I mean he
He still has his mustache, right?
oh yeah, still has.
I
The
saw a picture of him without the mustache,
Yeah,
and I
and I
was
was
like,
like,
"This is fucking
can't do
weird,
it.
dude. This is
Can't
fucking
do it."
weird."
Yeah.
That dude's like 6'5" or something
Right.
like that.
Like,
Tom Selleck, man. If there ever was an actor that should have like got more movie roles,
it should have been him.
Tom
Yeah.
Selleck, man.
At least more
he did
like-
a couple. He had a movie called Quigley's Down Under.
Yeah, but at
which
least
there's
more
a-
like big
there-
ones.
Yeah, there's a
Like-
bar in DC called Quigley's Down Under.
Is there?
Yeah, I don't know if it has anything to do with that movie. I should probably find that out. Then I remembered. I don't really care.
Yeah.
I've obviously watched The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Ran through all of that.
Mhm.
There's a lot of things that I should watch. There's a series on Apple TV Plus called C, with Jason Momoa,
Oh god.
and it's like set in the future and people are blind.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so I kind of want to watch that. I watched. What was the other? There's a
I did
series-
just finish the first season of Altered Carbon.
Oh, what'd you think?
It was just as you
Wait
told
till,
me.
wait till you get
It
to the
was
second
pretty
season.
sweet.
In my opinion, the first seasons. So I like.
I feel like it was-
I like the second season better,
Uh-huh.
but the first season was probably because it's new.
Yeah.
The first season did more.
Okay.
You
I
know
feel
what I
like
mean?
the first season is explaining a lot
Yeah.
and building up to.
Yeah. And then the second season, it can kind of just go full bore
sure.
into. And plus, I like the concept.
Yeah,
I like the
I do too.
concept
How,
that
like, you-
every season is going to be.
It's
you
gonna
know,
be a different
somebody-
dude.
Yeah, a different body.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait till you see the second one,
Okay.
man. Wait till you see the second one. It's the second one will they do some shit where you're like, whoa.
I just like the whole concept too.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
how
There's
as long
a-
as you keep your stack intact.
you're good.
You're good.
There's an
Right.
animated movie too you should watch.
Is there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the animated movie takes place in between the first and second
Oh,
season.
okay. That's
So
cool.
you might want to check
Kind
that
of like
out.
a Clones War thing
yeah.
for Star Wars.
And I think,
Okay.
but it's just not a series. It's just
Well,
a
yeah,
movie.
it's just a movie.
But
Okay.
definitely watch it if you get a chance. It's on Netflix. So, yeah, that's a good one, man. There's a series with Jason Momoa in it on Netflix called Frontier.
Oh yeah. Yes, there
It's
is.
actually really good.
Yeah.
I just got done watching, I believe, the third season.
Okay.
I just got done watching. I'm also waiting for the 5th season of Lucifer to come out.
Okay.
That's a freaking good show, man. That's a good show. My mom had me and Greg watching. My mom had me and Greg watching some show, some Tyler Perry series, and like, it was a terrible fucking show. But for some reason, we watched it for like 3 hours. For some reason, we watched it for like 3 hours, dude. And you could tell like the whole thing was filmed on set, like
Yeah.
on the Tyler Perry studios. You're like, okay, we're supposed to believe this is an actual fucking city. But we watched that shit, man, and
Hey,
kept watching. And like dumbass. So it's one of those shows where dumbass drama happens where if these two people just sit down and have a conversation,
Yeah.
all this shit will be figured it out. But no, they want to do he
Well, then
say,
there-
she say.
there wouldn't be
and
no
then-
movie then.
Exactly. There wouldn't be a series. It'd be like 2 episodes and then that's it. It's like unnecessary drama. But yeah, it sucks. But I'll probably start watching it, to be honest with you. I'll probably they probably got me hooked in it. Oh man, wait, what did Goose say? Goose said season 2. All American.
All American.
Yeah, I haven't watched that. I might have to check it out.
You know, yeah, I have to agree with you. SWAT is pretty good too.
SWAT has the Pink Ranger in it, right?
No.
SWAT is the American show
Yeah.
with old boy from Criminal Minds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is a remake of the original. He plays Hondo, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. That's a remake of the original
Of the movie.
SWAT, of the movie. Well, the movie
Is the remake of the original movie.
of the original TV show. I thought SWAT was a TV show, and then they made the movie with LL Cool J.
I mean, I just knew the movie with Colin Farrell and LL Cool J was the remake of SWAT. I didn't know if it was a movie or a TV show.
Yeah, I think it's a movie or a TV show. It's one of the two.
This is a TV show with the remake of the movie.
Of the movie.
Yeah.
So based on the movie
Yeah.
is okay.
And that was pretty good too.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to watch that. So I'm gonna have to start watching SWAT now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to start watching what did he say? All American?
All American. I never heard of that one, but maybe I'll give it a look.
You haven't heard it?
No.
You haven't heard of it?
No. But I mean, I haven't really watched anything that much except Altered Carbon.
Well, we got some things we gotta watch now.
Yeah.
Got some things.
I'm
we
really
gotta
bad
check
at that
out.
stuff because like I'm like such a old school mind when it comes to TV shows. Like I find myself watching more reruns than new shows.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like so
Man, I went down a rabbit hole
when
of like
movie
old
theaters were
TV
still
shows.
open though, I was seeing movies
Yeah,
up to
constantly.
date.
Yeah.
But
I usually go down rabbit holes of like old TV shows on YouTube.
okay.
Like I went down a Three's Company rabbit hole.
Oh jeez.
Bro, I started with I'm trying to think of what the hell I started with. I started with like some random obscure TV show. I kept seeing clips for it on YouTube. So I started watching that. And then on the sidebar, I saw like a clip from Three's Company. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna look at this clip. Next thing you know, like 30, 40 minutes into Three's Company clips. Now there was like a spin-off show from that show.
Jesus.
Yeah, dude. I started watching that. I watched Jeffersons.
Yeah.
I started watching Good Times. I started watching all these like 70s and 80s sitcoms that I had no idea. I just realized that that fucking WKRP show, that's the shit. It's in Ohio.
Yeah. Wake up Cincinnati.
Yeah, I had no idea because I'm listening to the theme and they're like WKRP in Cincinnati, and I was like, holy shit!
Yeah.
And they talk about Cleveland like every now and again in
Yeah.
that show. I was like, wow, I had no idea, dude. I had no idea whatsoever.
Or for as much as for how much as Archie Bunker and George Jefferson hated each other, they were actually really good friends.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah. That's a trip, man. Like, yeah, I go down these rabbit holes, man, and watching these shows, and next thing you know, I'm listening to music in the Regal Beagle and fucking Three's Company, dude. Like it's terrible, man. It's terrible. Oh, well, sir.
Is that it?
Yeah, I think we're at 3 hours.
Oh wow.
It's 9:51, man.
Jesus.
Yeah. It's I think we but you're like, is that it? We've had a pretty long show, good sir. Well, I guess it's time for us to sign off of here. So we would like to thank everyone that joined us today, everyone in the chat for chatting with us, and all of the 6 people that actually stuck with us through the whole thing.
Yeah.
We hit a record high of 30 people, man.
Okay.
That's not bad, but we tapered off towards the end there, but there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not mad at it.
Hey,
we had a good amount of people in here. Pun, sir, how can they reach you, my good sir?
On Instagram at PunFuPanda and on Facebook Pun Capasso.
Ooh, and you can reach me at Tiger39, THAIGER 39, and you can reach me everywhere: Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, MySpace, Chubby Girls Meet. Oh man, you can reach me on Christian Mingle. You can reach me at and also SoundCloud. You will be able to listen to the podcast now. Literally, this is the official one that's going up. It will be up within the hour, and you can find that at soundcloud.com/Tiger39. That's THAIGER 39. Also, I will be having pre-recorded interviews going up on the YouTube page, along with replays of this going up on the YouTube page. That's youtube.com/Tiger39. Pretty much Tiger39 across the board for everything. If you want to find me, Tiger39 is the way to do it. Pun, sir, thank you for a great show. I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate it.
It's always a good time.
It was a great time, as always, man. And thank you to everyone watching. This is Two Endangered Mammals, and we are signing out. Peace.